What's going on, y'all? It's your boy B the Man of the Bad Boys Podcast. We got episode 6 today for you guys. Got my boy Mike Beasley as usual. Got my man's Joe G, T Talks Wrestling, and Remy, aka not Nicholas. He's not Nicholas. It's the bro Unc Remy.
Just so we're straight.
Exactly.
There's some confusion in these interwebs about this, so just so we're straight.
Yo, that shit had me dying.
That was funny.
Oh Lord.
What's on the agenda today, my guy?
All right, so we got a good amount to talk about. We had NXT Vengeance Day just last night, just this past Saturday. And of course, the past week of wrestling, Raw, SmackDown, NXT, TNA was really good this week. I think, and I think there's AAA as well later on back on Saturday.
Yep.
All right, so you guys want to start? How you want to start this?
I say let's take it with Vengeance Day since that was just very recently. So let's start with Vengeance Day.
So I watched Vengeance Day last night. I managed to. I've been on vacation with family. My nephew's birthday, so he had a nice little party. But I did catch Vengeance Day last night. I enjoyed the show, especially probably like the first 2 or 3 matches. Like it just felt like there was some serious beef in there.
Yeah.
Like the way they kicked off the show, having Deion Lennox waiting on Tony D'Angelo in the parking lot. I'm like, he in the NXT parking lot. Boy means business.
Right.
Yeah. So that match surprised the shit out of me. I thought I wasn't going to be into it, but they proved me wrong with Tony D.
Man, look here. I hadn't seen Tony D in a minute because I don't watch weekly. So when I saw him with the beard, I'm like, who is this thug? Who is this Menace?
Because Tony D beard game, top tier.
Man, I will give him that. It's good. It's good.
He was whooping them apparently he been doing this for weeks. He been whooping on Dark State Solo Dolo.
He been back on because it's Dark State's fault the family broke up. He been on their ass for weeks now.
They did a good job, or I think they've been doing a good job of telling that story with Tony D'Angelo.
Man, ooh-wee.
But we started with Blake Monroe.
Blake Monroe and Jada Parker in the street fight.
Damn good opener.
It's a WWE street fight. You got your kendo sticks, your trash can lids, maybe a couple table spots. I did enjoy it. Jada Parker, she's someone who I don't think she's main roster ready yet, but
I'm tired of her
will
losing.
be in about a year. She's got the promo, she's got the character and the personality down, but when she starts to put it together in the ring, she's gonna be pretty great. I think great for her.
I mentioned last night, I think I mentioned after the match that for one, it was a very good opener. I, for one, don't like the, I know it was labeled as a street fight, but I don't like already having the kendo sticks taped up to the ropes and stuff like that. I'd rather them go into the ring and get it.
Actually.
But after the match, I was like, it was a really good match. And I agree with T about Jada Parker is nowhere near ready for the main roster. Blake Monroe is, but Blake Monroe is needed more on NXT, in my opinion. And I think that match proved that, if these call-ups happen that we're expecting from the NXT women's division, if they do happen soon, I think the women's division on NXT is still in good hands when you've got people like Jada Parker and Blake Monroe ready to step up.
Yeah, the women didn't carry the show like they've been carrying it for the last year or so, really.
And then think about, who they got involved, what independent talent they're looking at signing.
Yep.
Like they're gonna re-up them rank. Clearly NXT is in a reshuffling period right now.
Yep, absolutely.
Yeah.
They have a good ecosystem though, so I'm not worried about it.
Yeah, so
and real quick to go to Mike's point, like Jada, she is steadily getting better, and I think this feud with Blake will really help her get her skill up some more because she's got the promos, contrary to what certain people think within our crew.
She can talk. She can talk on the mic.
But I think in ring wise, she still needs a little bit more confidence. I think she needs a bit more feuds like with Blake, more these personal feuds.
I think she needs more offensive moves. At least one more.
Her finisher is a hip attack.
Yes.
Yeah.
I would gladly take that finisher any day of the week.
But also,
we know you would.
We know you will.
God,
that shit, bro.
All of us will. That's not the point, man.
Joe G. G stands for Gooner.
I thought didn't they
No,
introduce a new
Peter
finisher for her a few weeks ago though? I know she has a hypnotic, but I could swear
No,
within the last few weeks she had used a different move.
She's got a string of
I think you're right.
signature moves in there. She's got hypnotic. She's got the teardrop, which is the thing where she sets him like cross in the corner, and she just drops down the hip drop on him, and then she uses the falconer.
Yeah.
So she's putting together some things for somebody who's been doing this for probably like what 3, maybe 4 years.
Yeah, she's come a long way. She is one that you can see the progress that she's made from when we were first introduced to her. I do still think she has a little bit more work that needs to be done, but she's moving in the right direction.
Yeah. But Blake Monroe being a call up is an absolute no brainer.
Yeah.
Oh, definitely.
I honestly felt like Blake shouldn't have been in NXT to begin with.
She didn't need to. She didn't need to be, but
didn't she?
Yeah, I was gonna say she wanted to be.
Because mind you, Blake's only like what 26, 27 years old. She's not that old.
Yeah, she's still very young.
I will tell them Kayla says hi, everyone.
Tell her what's up.
Hey, tell her we said what up.
They said hi.
Yeah.
That thing, and kind of to touch on what Bryce just said too, when it comes to Jada Parker is good on the mic. The issue that I have, and it's something similar to what I used to say about Solo Sikoa, I don't believe everything that she says. I think she's a good talker and everything, but I don't believe everything. Like she doesn't come off like being from the hood and stuff like that.
I have that problem with Solo right now.
I feel like she's not as organic as she could.
It feels like she's playing a character, and that's not actually.
Listen to Solo's promo.
That's why
John
John hates her every week and calls her Suburban Sasha Banks. That's why John calls her that, because of that exact reason.
She's a really good talker though, but it just seems inorganic to me.
But to be fair, like when you brought up Solo, he got that problem right now.
Yeah, he does.
He does not sound like he threatening anybody when he talking.
Thornton, you see it though, right? Like,
just wait till the Jada's Ratchet. Like 10 years ago, they'd have been chanting Jada's Ratchet. Like,
yeah. Exactly. So I get kind of why John says that now. Like thinking about it more, like
it never dawned on me, but holy crap, that makes sense. So, but yeah, I thought the match was pretty good. Everybody's good on it. We can move on to the next segment.
Yeah.
All right. So they had Ricky Saints pull up on Ethan Page in the locker room. Ricky's basically, going, hey, I know you took an L to Miles Bourne and, got stripped out your suit Tuesday, but you're going to help me win this NXT title tonight, right? Because then I'm going to help you win the North American title back. Then we can both be 2-time champs. So after that, Tony D'Angelo pulls up in the parking lot and, guy who we thought was Tony D'Angelo, and Dark State said it was on site. And they got up on, they jumped dude 4-on-1. Obviously, it's not Tony D. We've seen this stunt before. Seth Rollins has done it like 4 times in the last 2 weeks. So then Tony D rolls up on Dark State and is straight fighting these fools 4-on-1
and handling them. Not even. It's not even a back and forth. This is a reverse jumping, and if ever I saw one,
honestly.
How you solo doloing a whole squad?
And those guys in Dark State are not no small men by any means. Tony D, and he was putting belt the ass.
Retribution all over again, only more violent.
Yeah. So, in the middle, eventually Dark State gets their act together and they start to overwhelm them, and OTM pops up with the assist. So I'm like, all right, cool. Tony and Dion, they keep fighting. They go through they go through the building until they pop out through that one wall. I don't care how many times we see that spot where somebody gets thrown through that wall.
Right, that wall.
In the performance center, it always.
We know that's the secret.
It always looks good.
Entrance. I don't know why they.
They're between that and the barricades, man, all the time.
I swear that's a Scooby Doo moment if ever I saw one. Like, we know what's behind this door. Why are we playing like we don't know what's behind this door?
I didn't even know what this match was labeled. I didn't know if it was supposed to be a parking lot brawl, a street fight, or a straight up match. Because the ref kept saying, "Hey, take it to the ring, take it to the ring."
I kind of wish it wasn't a regular match.
Had been, Tony had been jumping Dark State all these other times. So Dion was like, as soon as you get here, bro, fuck the match. I'm whooping your ass, which that made sense.
Yeah,
I mean, fair.
If dude been jumping me and my boys for the last few weeks, I'm going to try to get the jump on him.
Yep.
Before he can even get out the car.
That brawl. I wouldn't play that way.
Yeah, it was a really good brawl, I thought.
Yeah.
And this is the best.
Too. And then, you know, the match actually began, and, you know, at that point, Dion Lennox is clearly the star of Dark State, if there is one.
By far.
I liked him before the group was formed, when he was doing the whole like bookworm / Hulk character.
Yeah. Yeah.
So like to see him, you know, getting his, you know, he's gotten better in the ring. Now Tony's a very good powerhouse.
Mm-hmm.
At least in my opinion. He's been in NXT for way too long, but they need to figure out a gimmick that's going to translate to the main roster, because the Don was not going to do it.
No. I don't think he's going to make the main roster at all, if being honest with you. I don't.
I think he will eventually, the same way they did.
So we'll figure it out. But
the same way they did Ciampa. It's just
the match
was
good. I like the spot where Dion suplexed Tony off the barricade through the announcer table.
Yeah.
And then Dion hit that slingshot powerbomb, which I thought was a really cool move. You know, ultimately it ends with, you know, Tony getting him up for he popped him up and then he dropped him with a spine buster, which I'm like, okay, cool, because Dion hit a spine buster early in the match, which was pretty good. Booker T called it a sidewalk slam. There you go.
He pulled the Unc David. He pulled the Unc David.
That's an inside joke to the viewers.
I was like, God damn it, Unc is never going to let us hear the end.
Yeah, not at all. I was like, God damn it.
Oh, no.
Tony pops him up, gets him with the pop-up spine buster, and I was like, because Tony's finishing moves have been like, it's been the fisherman suplex that he calls the forget about it, and then it's a pop-up, and then it's been a spine buster. So you need something to differentiate, because like neither one of those moves is like that dynamic.
Yeah.
Especially when Dion did one earlier in the fucking match. So I thought it was an enjoyable brawl.
Yeah, I thought I thought the match overall was good. The brawl leading into the match, I think they whoever produced this match, they showcased Dion and Tony D's strengths, and you were able to see that. That's what made the match as enjoyable as it was. And kind of just circling back real quick to Joe, how you mentioned that you know, you feel that Tony D's time is coming to an end and everything. I was feeling a similar way, but I think last night kind of brought his stock up a little bit. I think they were able to showcase him in a better way than they were before. And I guess depending on where they go from here, because we do know that Dark State was just the first step in Tony D's return. I'm assuming that the second step is he wants the NXT championship. That's what I'm assuming.
It's the only title he hasn't held.
Yep. But if they book it right, I think that there's a chance, because I think that this version of Tony D that we're getting right now, I think it can translate to the main roster.
My question is, did it come too late though? He did that whole mobster thing for so damn long.
Yes.
That hurt him.
Yeah, and I agree, and that's why I do think that this, and I think me and Vitia specifically mentioned this, and I think you too, Joe. This is really probably his last shot. Like he really needs to make this count. Otherwise, if he doesn't, he's gonna look like a Josh Briggs and just look stupid for being in NXT this long without getting called up.
Yeah. And I want him to prove me wrong. You know, I honestly do. I'm not rooting for anybody to get released or anything. I want him to do good. So we'll see how it goes.
Yeah.
I think I'm rooting for him. Like last night reminded me why I do like Tony D. I've always liked him.
Yeah.
So after that, we had what I thought was the match of the night. Izzy Dame versus Tatum Paxley for the Women's North American Championship.
Yes, packed.
Yes.
Like
good ass match.
A very good match, a very dramatic match. You know, this is a match where being in the Performance Center helped them, because these are people who've been watching them, you know, every week on NXT for the longest amount of time. I thought it was weird that they had the show at the Performance Center. So I'm like, you're having a big event like this and you're doing it at the Performance Center. That's that kind of screams like y'all couldn't sell enough tickets somewhere else. But
and that's what I was thinking.
They must have had a good reason for it though.
We'll see about that when Stand and Deliver hits. But
because Stand and Deliver's in St. Louis.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Izzy and Tatum, it's a program they've been building for several months now. From Tatum's time aligning with the culling to Izzy turning on her at Gold Rush back in November and costing her the women's title. Tatum won their first match, and then later that night, Izzy snuck away with the North American title, got it off of Thea Hale, and then they've been it's reached its logical conclusion here. Izzy has been picking on Tatum's mental health struggles and Tatum's internal issues and conflicts, and Tatum is like, you know what, you used me, you played me, you did me dirty, I got to take you out now, and the best way to take you out is to take your title from you.
Now, where do both of them go from
the
here?
chainsaw clearly didn't work.
Like, where do you think they're going? Where do you think both ladies go from here, though? At this point,
I think both of them got to be done and move on.
I think they finna push Izzy.
This is the end of it.
Yeah, I think they finna push Izzy towards JC.
Their story's told at this point.
I'm gonna get to you in a minute about that whole JC deal. I'm gonna get to you.
Yeah,
I'm gonna get you.
Me too.
But Tatum is Women's North American champion. I don't know what you do with Izzy because mind you, she's still a part of the culling, and they're still wrapped up in whatever's going on in the tag team division with the tag team titles. So maybe she might go back to managing. Maybe she might go chase the women's title, or maybe she might get involved in that speed title nonsense. But
I think the culling have no purpose at this point. Like, she's been the only vocal point of the group for the longest time.
It's to get her over. Sean Spears is the veteran. Sean Spears is not trying to get called up to Raw or SmackDown. He's about 45.
I mean, the last time he was up there, he got kicked in the face, so I wouldn't want to go back there either.
He's at this point.
I'm never gonna let Stan live that down.
He's the veteran with the group trying to help the young folk, which in this case being Nico Vance and Izzy Dame. So the group is clearly about getting her over, and I think they're doing.
And they ain't doing shit for Nico Vance. So hey,
nope.
Honestly, I think she's done a pretty good job, since aligning with the group, because she was real rough that first year and a half or so.
I mean, she still is rough more or less, but she's making a little progress. But
they've done more with Izzy Dame than I expected them to do.
I thought the match was very good. It might not have been crisp at all times, but they had some heated near falls where you're like, oh shit, is that it? Oh no, she kicked out. I appreciate the dramatic near fall, like when Izzy popped Tatum with her finisher, I'm like, oh shit, that's a wrap. So I played two different guessing games, and in one I bet on Izzy, and the other one I bet on Tatum.
I'm not gonna. I had for Izzy and Paxley, I actually had Izzy winning. I thought that Izzy was gonna take the win because
she hadn't been champion that long.
And excuse me. I feel like I thought that Paxley was gonna get called up sometime soon, so I didn't see them putting a championship on her.
That makes sense.
So that's why I initially went with Izzy. But I do want to touch on something. And Bryce, I know you and I were talking about it in the chat during Vengeance Day.
Yeah.
Paxley was the star of that match, I feel, hands down.
Yes.
Paxley showed that she can go in the ring. Yeah. I'm not impressed with Izzy Dame's in-ring skill. I feel that I feel like a lot of her moves are the same. And I mentioned that almost every bit of offense that she got against Paxley involves her doing some version of a claymore, a big boot, some type of kick to the face. And it's always with that right foot. And that's what I see the most out of Izzy Dame.
Yeah.
And there was nothing in that match that impressed me from an in-ring standpoint from Izzy. I felt like the match was carried heavily by Tatum Paxley.
It's like she's trying to get comfortable with that offense before she learns more, I guess.
She did bust out a Busaiku knee during the match. So, I thought she had some more dynamic moves in there. They were just, it's a pay-per-view match. It's like she had the STO backbreaker, she had the DDT, she hit the Busaiku knee at one point. Which still not even in the top 5 moves of the match. I think when Tatum bust out that Jushin Thunder Liger rolling rolling kick at the end, and then set her up for
That was
Cemetery
sweet,
Drive.
yeah.
That kick was so quick, so smooth. Also,
I
man.
don't like Tatum's 450 splash. I think it's impressive that she does it, but I hate it because she lands on her feet and then
before she does the
Yeah,
splash
I
part.
noticed
Yeah.
that.
It makes it look way less impactful. Yeah.
Yes.
But I feel like a lot of 450s are like that nowadays because I feel like we haven't seen a smooth 450 really since guys like Paul London and
if you're
shit.
not going to commit to the landing, don't do the
Yeah.
Don't do it. Yeah, I
Like,
agree.
Who
I
has
feel
a
as though they
Ricochet
should
has a
get
really good 450.
Justin Gabriel is who I was thinking of also.
Gabriel used to take forever to do the move, though. He would take.
they
Yeah,
should
but he made
focus-
it look so clean though. It was
He took
always
5 minutes
clean.
to set up the
You
damn
can't
move.
rush
Like,
perfection. I'm just saying.
Moving to
That's fair, too.
Guerrera, I think I feel like he's the one that made it as popular as it is in
Hoovy
the
was
United
great,
States.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I feel like if they're gonna do something with Tatum, they should at least focus on her bodybuilding background.
She was a former bodybuilder before she got to WWE.
Yeah.
Forgot
Yes.
about
I know
that.
that.
Yeah.
Also, I feel like they tried that at first though with her. They tried to focus on that because that's how they had her and Ivy together at first. Remember?
If that was during the 2.0 era, I promise you, I don't remember.
Yeah, it was very
I
early
blacked
on.
that out. I'm not gonna lie about that. I blacked that out. I had to have.
Yeah, I
There's a
didn't
lot
watch
of
Because
that
that was
2.0.
before Ivy was with the brothers.
Yeah, the Creed
Creed
brothers.
brothers.
Well, yeah, it was
Okay.
like around that time that like Tatum was trying to get into Diamond Mine after Roddy had left and after Roddy.
Okay, I
and,
kind of
Stokely left.
okay. You giving me some reference points. That's unlocking some
Okay.
memories. Okay,
I ain't even gonna lie and act like I know because I did not watch anything 2.0.
Yeah.
No,
I
I remember
checked
that
out of
part though
2.0.
pretty vividly. But
I
yeah,
gave
so they
2.0 probably.
As
As a matter of fact, she was training with. They would show her training with Ivy, and she was lifting.
yep.
But they never did that. They never translated that to anything in ring.
Well, they had them in a brief tag team, but then Tatum turned on Ivy,
Well, shit.
if I remember correctly.
Did y'all see the spot in the match? It was almost like a sunset flip power bomb type thing. Where
yeah.
Tatum, she flipped from in the ring. She like dived out of the ring, but caught Izzy from the apron and did like a power bomb onto the ringside area.
Yeah, I saw that.
And that it was a really good spot, and it was a really good recovery, I thought, from Tatum, because her foot caught that top rope, and they could have gotten seriously hurt if Tatum wasn't able to fix that spot.
They worked well together in that match. I can agree with that being match of the night.
Yeah.
Especially that spot and that code breaker counter spot.
Yeah.
Oh my God, that was
When she
that was
flipped
nuts.
out of the code breaker, I'm like, what?
That
Replay that. Run
was
that
her
back.
that was her badass finish, Mo. I completely, I don't know, how did I forget about that? She hits with the code breaker. Tatum handsprings back out of it.
Right.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, she means business. It's about
Yeah,
to
I
be
was like,
like-
oh, she's got it.
She like, you know that's your ass.
Yeah,
Right?
right.
You know that's your ass, now, right? Man, I was like,
a
what?
rolling kick and Cemetery Drive, and it was a wrap. I'm like,
Yeah, I was hype. I was like, let's go. Right over there on the
Tatum
couch.
popped back up. Tatum popped back up, and she was looking like that girl from the ring coming out the
She's
TV.
like,
yeah,
waiting
Yes.
for Dame to
7
turn around.
days and all.
Man,
we're done here. Definitely my favorite match of the night.
That was a very
I
good match.
agree.
Very good match.
So,
I agree with that.
Moving on, OTM, they interview OTM backstage, asked them why they were helping Tony D'Angelo, and they're like, "Hey, look, it ain't really about helping Tony. Dark State been having the game fucked up since they got here. So it's stand and deliver season. We want the tag titles, and we got to deal with them to go get what we want." I did like the part with the way they ended the promo. They was like, "Yesterday's price is not today's price. They looking for power and recognition, and we gonna go eat."
Yep.
I'm like,
okay. Okay, finally they showing something because they
And
ain't been showing.
I'm
nothing.
glad that they did that, though. I've liked OTM since I was first introduced to them. I just felt like they weren't using them right. But
I agree.
the
they've been wishy-washy with OTM. I don't know if it's because
Yeah.
one of them's been injured or
But OTM,
But
I'm glad that they did the promo because I was asking in the group chat, I was like, why did they help Tony D'Angelo? Because I know initially when they helped Tony D'Angelo, who was he facing? The Cutler or whoever? When they kind of had his back on NXT. And I was like, they wanted the tag titles. They made it clear that they wanted the tag titles, and that's why they were going against Dark State. But once Dark State dropped the tag titles, that's what kind of confused me as to why they were even involved in Tony D and Dion Lennox. But now, like, they made it clear. It's like they circled back to answer any questions that anybody might have had.
OTM did challenge Dark State for the tag titles a while ago. Of course, Dark State retained and everything. So that might have had something to do with it. I wish I could say I was excited about this next segment. This I thought was probably the worst thing on the entire show.
Lola Vice and
Fatal Influence comes out.
Oh yeah.
That was annoying. Like, why is this happening in the middle of?
Oh my god!
Why is you got your chocolate in the middle of my peanut butter? Go on with that. This could have been on Tuesday. Why are we doing this in the middle of the pay-per-view? Like, it's bad enough I don't like inconvenient distraction as it is.
Like, she kept rambling on, and it was just
right. And that ugly ass black outfit, looking like a piece of wood from Home Depot.
Looking like a burnt match. Call it what it is, burnt match.
That segment went on. That segment was way too long.
And then I thought it was comical when JC said, "Don't be surprised if I'm main eventing WrestleMania next year." And I'm sitting here like, child of God, be for real.
Yeah. I'm looking at the TV like, what? In what world?
Is you gonna be one of the ring posts? Is we gonna have a whole wooden ring and you gonna be one of the ring posts? Because that's the only way I see you in the main event of WrestleMania 43. Go sit down. Oh wait.
And so they over here, Fatal Influence in the ring talking they shit. Robert Stone comes in and he's like, "We got to find you a new challenger." Here comes Zarya because Zarya ain't taking enough L's in life. I did find it funny how Zarya had her shirt read Souls X.
Yeah,
that was great.
I was like, damn. Too soon.
They was making y'all cry on that one. I was like, good.
Yeah, I'm like, damn it, it's too soon.
Good. Too soon, bro.
So Zarya over here going, I should be the next challenger, and Fatal Influence read her for filth because she's like, "Child, you stay losing.
Yeah.
You can't win the NXT title. You can't win the North American title. You can't win the Speed title. You can't even win the TNA title. Like, child, you a whole choke artist."
And it makes me mad when they have a point.
Yeah.
It makes me so mad when they have a point because they have booked Zarya into.
So
I have never agreed with the whole burying statement about wrestlers, but I feel like it might start to apply to Zarya because they really ain't been booking her right since she got there.
I don't think Zarya is going to get booked the way she should until they break her fully away from Soul.
They have to separate her. They have to separate her from Soul Ruka because
that's why I've been begging for this.
They brought her in along with Julia and Stephanie, and they brought her in like she's this big badass. She pinned Roxanne Perez in her first match. Mind you, Roxanne was the women's champion at the time.
And has not looked dominant since.
Nope.
At all.
They promised us. I'm gonna fuss about this every week, Bryce. Before you even they promised us Mrs. Brock Lesnar, and we did not get that out of her. I'm still mad about that.
She had to grow some personality, though. She had to get some personality.
I don't
think
they expected.
Why did they promise us that personality? Why did they promise us that personality if they didn't give it to us?
Well, she's been babyface. Now she might have.
Yeah. I don't think they expected Soul to explode the way that she did.
Okay, that I'll give.
That I give. Okay, that's fair.
This gonna get over? Nah.
Cause Soul shot up.
Because once that happens,
she's gonna be a huge.
We've seen this time and time again. They'll put these people together in these tag teams, and then one person stands out more, and then one person has to go to the wayside. And that just
Shawn Michaels and Marty Jannetty.
That's a circle of life, man.
That comparison is timeless, bro. I'm telling you.
I do want to say real quick, and I'm not the biggest fan of JCJ being the women's champion. But Fatal Influence's entrance to me, I think they have one of the best entrances, all three of them together, when they come out to the ring.
You said
I like that entrance a lot.
Yeah, you did mention that last night. I was like, I don't know about that, bro.
I like their entrance. I think the music fits, the camera cuts and everything that they do. They all have their little thing that they do on the ring apron. I like their entrance. I don't like them in particular.
Don't get me started, T. that damn music especially, and y'all know as a rapper, producer, y'all know that fucking AI Def Rebel shit bothers me. But Fatal Influence especially after the story came out about the theme, I'm like, this is some bullshit.
Man,
They need to get AI out of pro wrestling music, period. But
yes. Get my ass in there, man. I'll make some.
I will gladly take you over
back to the segment. So, Fatal Influence is reading Zarya for filth, and Zarya's like, well, you know what? Y'all got a good point, but I got a better one, so I'm gonna cock this fist in your face. So Sol Ruka pops up.
That's a good answer. I'll give it that.
So Sol Ruka comes up. Obviously, she's pissed at Zarya for breaking her heart and everything, but it gets into a little scrap. Robert Stone makes a triple threat match between JC, Soul, and Zarya. You would think this would be the main event of Stand and Deliver. Instead, it's going to take place in Texas in 2 weeks.
Because that means we're getting Soul and Zarya going one-on-one at Stand and Deliver because of this.
That's what I think.
Now, the question is, if that's going to happen,
I don't think so.
Do you think it's going to be
one
for
of
the
them
title?
is going against JC?
Title, who do you think is going to go in as champion? I.e., who's going to win that triple threat match?
I think it's Zarya.
I don't think that is going to be for the title. I don't think either one of them is winning in the triple threat.
It's for the title.
So that will mean that Jane retains on Tuesday.
They confirmed it later. It's for the title. That triple threat match is for the title.
No, not that. I know that's for the title. But I'm saying that I think JC leaves the triple threat still champion.
Which leaves Zarya to settle their beef at Stand and Deliver in a non-title bout.
I think that's going to be. I think Zarya and Sol Ruka at Stand and Deliver will be Sol Ruka's final match on NXT.
I think
what? If that is the case, and I'm gonna explain to you why after this next match, I have an idea of who should challenge for JC then. So after that, Charlie Dempsey, and I swear to God, it took me forever to recognize Tavion Heights.
When he has his hair slicked back,
Yeah, motherfucker was looking like Jaheim, and I'm like, what's going on with this dude's hair, man?
He looked like the last dude that was in the before Castle. He was Gable Stevenson's brother. I can't remember what his name was. Damon Kemp. Yeah, he looked like him. I was like, bro, when they hired Damon Kemp again?
Yeah, I was confused too. I was like, that's not him, right? Like,
but yeah, so Lexus King is like, Charlie, come on, when you gonna join us, bro? We all second, third generation, yada 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 yada. Tavion is talking, talking back, and anybody taking Tavion seriously. It's a fucking shame. But he's over here like, hey Charlie, how about you and me? We gonna take on Lexus and Lexus King and Uriah Connors on TV next week.
Reunite the No Quarter Catch crew.
No Quarter Catch crew reunion.
Yeah, Charlie is his dad's son. Yeah,
that's Willie Regal's kid, bro.
Exactly.
Yeah, I'm fully expecting this Tuesday that Charlie Dempsey officially joins Birthright.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so
it's obvious.
So next up, and this match pretty much, if Mike B's situation for Stand and Deliver is going to be the plan, then this match here should determine who should be the next challenger for JC Jane. So we got Kehlani Jordan, Lola Vice. They settled their beef. NXT Underground match. Before we begin with the match, has anyone else noticed how far Brooks Jensen has fallen?
Yes. Just like his daddy.
Do you really want me to get started on Hillbilly number 1? Do you really want me to get started on Hillbilly number 1?
I'm looking at all them evolved names out there, and I was like, oh my God, bro, how the
Brooks Jensen, he's not even good enough to be part of Birthright.
No,
that's the sad part. That statement bit as fuck. He's not even good enough to.
Ever since they split that tag team up, they have been trash individually. You got one just not doing nothing of note, and the other one trying to be Dijak so hard he just stole the man's old gear. What? Ever since they split them up, they have sucked. Even when they had to face each other, they sucked. That match was trash. I'm like, what are y'all doing?
I do
when he was part of the Cullen, it was trash.
Yeah, I've never there's nothing about Brooks Jensen that stands out to me. Same with Josh Briggs. I don't know why they were pushing Josh Briggs.
Remember when Brooks Jensen was in the Cullen?
Let them go.
Oh God, don't remind me.
They kicked him out in a backstage segment. Didn't even get to betray this man in the ring. Izzy just popped him with a chair and was like, "We're letting go of the dead weight."
Yep.
Right. Not even a full on segment. Just get your ass up at it.
Yeah, it was.
Get him out of there. So the underground match, they go on. Kehlani Jordan's been training with Shayna Baszler, so she's trying to lock in a stretch muffler.
Okay. Okay. So my thing about training with Shayna Baszler, how you gonna train with the last person that Lola whooped in that same match?
I was thinking.
Yeah.
I had to think about that. I'm
somebody
like,
who won an underground match and you train with them. I'm like, now
I
will defend Shayna Baszler to the day I die. Because I will defend the hell out of Shayna Baszler. But at the same time, yeah, I know. But at the same time,
yeah, I know.
This made no sense. Like, why are you training with the woman she whooped last? She didn't take no notes. She got whooped. She was too busy getting whooped to take notes. And Lola's daddy was a grandmaster in
the
what,
underground
Taekwondo? You don't bring a grandmaster to ringside just to see his daughter lose. I'm like, oh, she got this in the bag. This
I think
and she whooped her with one hand. She whooped her with one hand. Like, come on.
Hey, every time one of us sees somebody family at ringside, I think we all say the same thing. Yep, they're winning.
Yeah,
right.
Exactly.
Yep.
Like,
every single time.
Especially if their family is a big deal anywhere, if they got some type of rank, pull, recognition somewhere, they
introduced him. They said he was
out of his comfy retirement home.
He's a Taekwondo grandmaster or something, right?
To come here and see you lose? No, you didn't.
They said that Lola's dad is a Taekwondo like grandmaster or something like that.
Right?
Both her parents are martial arts. Her mother
Vic mentioned that multiple times during the match. I'm like, we get it, Vic. She's gonna win. Calm down. We don't need her dad's resume no more.
It's just like
hey, not too much on Lola now. Not too much.
Hey, facts.
I will say this, Lola.
Look, I'm not mad she won. I was rooting on her to keep her record.
She's done well incorporating her MMA style into her ring style.
Yeah,
because that spinning back fist be looking like she's gonna kill somebody with it.
Oh yeah.
So Jordan got knocked out.
And the way Kehlani sold that spinning back fist for that knockout, man,
exactly.
She sold that so well.
That was beautiful.
I saw people trying to hate on it on Twitter, but I liked it. She sold it as she should have.
Yeah.
Yes.
Because a spinning back fist, you know how many times we done seen UFC fights end with somebody getting popped with a spinning back fist?
That is a legit that's a legit match ender.
Like, bro, that is 4 knuckles on the side of your head coming at you with extra torque. Like,
the same people hating should take a back fist to their skull and see how they feel afterward.
When people hate on like finishes like that, or like when people were talking about, they didn't like Chris Jericho going with the Judas effect. And I'm sitting here like, y'all have obviously never watched a UFC fight because fights end with a spinning strike all the time.
Yep. They've never been hit before, period, in their life.
Yeah. So I enjoyed the match. Kehlani, incorporated some of her, gymnastics material, in there, trying to match Lola, but this is Lola's game.
Yeah, I felt like this was another one where they the production of the match really played to the competitors' strengths. They were able to play, of course, to Lola's MMA background. The whole match is centered around MMA anyway. The whole underground idea
of all
and
the
Kehlani was able to showcase
that we get.
It was both great. Lola had to win that.
No, she did. Absolutely needed that win.
I felt like it could have gone either way. They both would have benefited from a win, but I just felt that Lola benefited just a tad more than Kehlani did.
I think we keep that as Lola's match, and then when she goes to the main roster and she's got to settle something, then you can just call it underground.
Yeah, it'll be like her specialty match, kind of like how Undertaker had casket match attached to his name. Kane had the Inferno match attached to his name,
and Hangman has his death matches and shit.
Yeah.
So after that, they're backstage. Fatal Influence is losing their shit. I mean, mind you, they had already beat up Sol Ruka and Zarya after the triple threat was announced.
Yep.
So
they really didn't beat up Zarya. Sol dropped Zarya and they just jumped Sol.
So Laney Reed, JC wants Laney Reed to take out Sol Ruka because she knows she can beat Zarya. And Fallon Henley's like, hey, look, I mean, that's cool and all, but I got my own title to defend. You can handle that.
Seeds
So
are being
Wayne
planted
Reed's
right
gonna
there.
try to take out Sol Ruka on Tuesday. I don't know why you would film that and let everybody know. Like, Sol watches the show. She knows y'all are coming for her.
Yep.
They do that. They do that on the main roster.
But
so
yeah,
whatever.
if back to Mike's point earlier, if JC retains and Sol and Zarya cancel each other out till they got to settle their score at Stand and Deliver, then Lola Vice should challenge JC for the title again.
I want to complain about.
I could see that. I could see that. See, I was thinking, Blake Monroe after the win over Jada Parker, but I could see them going Lola Vice as well.
They'll probably. I mean, the reason I say Lola Vice over Blake Monroe is because Lola's babyface.
Yeah,
JC's a heel, and at the biggest NXT show of the year, you're not having a heel versus heel title match.
Yeah, they're going to do face versus heel for sure.
And
that could be Lola's. She hasn't been able to win a championship.
If she doesn't win, that might be her call up. I'm hoping either Lola Vice, because I've been holding my breath for Lola Vice and Jada Parker, because I want one of the other one of them to do it. Mind you, Jada fought for the title at Stand and Deliver last year. She was in there with Jordan Grace, Julia, and Stephanie Vaquer. She had some big company. So I want to say Jada is a future champion. I just hope they do it because, look, I know this is going to sound like sour grapes, but I hate that Tommaso Ciampa just did Mark Briscoe the same way he did Johnny Gargano.
I saw that earlier. He copy-pasted the whole damn heel turn.
My bad. I got collision in the background. Beat for beat, bro. Anyways, regarding the Stand and Deliver situation, I think Blake Monroe might try to challenge Tatum Paxley for the women's North American title because she still wants to go back because she still lost it by accident to Thea Hale.
And that caused a whole bunch of issues, I think, with that women's North American title. When that happened, and then Izzy ended up with it, and I was like, geez, what are we doing right now?
Because they had already sent a lot of women home for that taping because it was a 2-day taping.
Yep.
And when that happened, on live television, mind you, it was like, okay, now we got to scramble to deal with this.
Yep.
So then comes time for the main event. You got Joe Hendry, Ricky Saints, NXT Championship.
This was my least favorite match of the night, and it was for the NXT title also.
Yeah, that's interesting, really.
Yeah.
It was a good match. Joe Hendry's really good. Ricky Saints is really good. You know how you go to it. Ultimately, it's the finish that has me interested. Ethan Page comes out, with he grabs the NXT title.
Yep.
And he tries to slide it to you think he's gonna slide to Ethan because Ethan and Joe Hendry are both down. Ricky and Joe Hendry are both down in full view of the referee. And Ethan slides the belt into the ring. It passes Ricky and goes to Joe Hendry. Mind you, the referee is still looking dead at all of this. He's fully aware of what's happening. Like we're almost in AEW referee territory right now.
Yeah.
So they do the tug of war over the title or whatever. and the referee finally gets the belt away from him. Ricky kicks Joe square in the groin and then nails him with the Revolution DDT, which if that's going to be his finish, at least they gave it a solid name.
Yeah.
Mike and I have been talking about that for months about how it's stupid that Ricky has the Tornado DDT, but again, it's
because he can't do the Rochambeau on
he can't
people
lift everybody
that big.
Yeah, he can't lift everybody up.
So I'm like, if that's what we got to do, fuck it.
Right. Yeah.
So Joe Hendry kicks out. The referee, he's punching Ricky in the corner. The referee's like, hey, Joe, chill. Joe returns the favor with a low blow, drops Ricky with the standing ovation, and he gets the 3 count. I like that. Turnabout's fair play.
Yep.
Don't be no dumb baby face.
Right.
He fought dirty first, okay? I just did it better than him.
Yep.
That's true.
I thought the match was solid. It was a solid title match.
Ethan helps Ricky to the back. Joe Hendry celebrates. I was expecting Ethan to turn on Ricky. But at the same time, it's too soon for Ricky to turn back babyface. So I don't even know how that happens or what to expect from the two of them. So I thought Vengeance Day was a pretty good show. I enjoyed it.
That was my favorite show.
Yeah.
That was my best show of
I
or
would
my
have to
favorite
say
of the
I
year so
actually
far.
enjoyed NXT for the first time in a while. So
And
I
that's
might
what you know
actually
it was
tune in on
good because
Tuesday.
your ass enjoyed it.
Yeah,
Look
for
here.
real.
Look here. Look here.
Yeah, Remy is the hardest. Remy is the hardest wrestling fan to impress.
Oh
He
yeah.
was part of NXT. He is a whole back when it comes to it.
I'm sorry. And it's not even the fact that they're in a rebuilding period. I understand that you have to go through that. You're a developmental brand. But before you needed to rebuild, you was messing shit up.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. You got the stiffest wrestler on your roster with the main women's championship.
She's not the stiffest on that roster.
She's the stiffest on
She
TV.
is not the
She's the stiffest on TV. Who's stiffer than her that's on TV every week? Who's stiffer than her on TV every week?
Okay, when you say stiff, are you talking about in-ring work, or are you talking about
She don't
built
mean
like a piece of wood?
Dragunov stiff. She means Charlotte Flair stiff.
Oh
yeah, yeah. Thank you. Ain't she even stiffer than her?
Yeah.
Look, I'll be lying. I'm not a JC fan by any means, but she's doing what she's supposed to do.
My thing is they had better. They had at least two better candidates for that, and stiffed them both.
I think the biggest thing about it, I think the reason that so many people soured on JC was because it was not believable that she should have beat Stephanie Vaquer for that title.
Okay,
absolutely.
Let's be real. Let's be real. We would have to be good on her to sour on her. She was never good enough to get in the ring with Stephanie Vaquer, and then they put her in the ring with her, and they let her beat her with no run back.
I think that's where a lot of that souring happened. Is because of who she beat for the title.
Not for me. She should have had it. Yeah. She's Fallon works better in the ring and on the mic.
Yeah,
facts.
Because I can tell you
Big
right
facts.
now, a year or two before that, when Fallon yelled "Yeehaw, bitch" and swung on the motherfucker, that right there won me with Fallon's ring. With Fallon's mic skills, I'm like, you don't need to say nothing else to me. Yeah, you ready?
I agree with that.
Yeah, Fallon is definitely the better member.
Been ready, and they skipped over her to give it to JC. Because I swear to God, they looked at who was on the roster every week on TV and was like, "Who been here the longest? Give it to her."
And let's go back further than that with Gigi and JC. How the hell you gonna have Planky fucking beat Gigi Dolan, man? Gigi was on her rise, and you pick fucking JC Jane? Like, damn,
man.
Like, Gigi had the experience. Gigi already had the experience.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's what I'm like. Why would you choose JC over
like the other girls? You know,
there
Gigi
were much better options.
At least I think she did.
There were definitely much better options over JC.
They had a perfectly good faction with Gigi, Tatum, and our girl with the tank.
Shotzi, yes. Society X.
Chemical
They had a good. They had because let's be real, all of them orbited around each other, and their personalities fit perfectly.
Yes.
I'm mad I didn't think of that faction before they put them together. I'm like, well, shit, that works.
I was enjoying it before they broke it up.
Y'all could even add my girl who come to work in pajamas.
Yeah.
Oh, Wendy Chu.
Yes. Y'all could have added Wendy Chu to that. I'm telling you, all of them, it's like it works.
I have questioned some of the releases from NXT
for JC's group. I'm telling you, it was working, and then they just let people go and didn't renew contracts.
And I feel like Fatal Influence would have been a natural feud for Society X. They could have ran that feud for a while because of the feuds even intertwined.
They only had one real match.
The God Girls.
Yeah, exactly.
They had one real 6-person tag match and maybe a few individual matches in there before they started letting them go. Man, I was like, son of a. This was a perfect.
It was perfect.
Sudden departure just messed up the whole thing.
Yeah.
It wasn't a sudden departure.
She spent the better
they
part
didn't renew her contract.
Yeah.
Yep. And
she got injured. She got that injury. Hey, circling back to the end though of that NXT title match, where I have no clue where they're heading. As far as Ricky Sainz and Ethan Page, where do y'all see this going?
I see Ethan should be on SmackDown
See, that's my thought
He will be
process too.
He will
But
be on
he's,
Helping out Chelsea.
WrestleMania for sure.
but he's
It's
getting
coming.
interjected back into the NXT
Right,
title
it's like-
scene.
I mean,
Right.
maybe. Do you think they're? Do you think? Okay. Again, back to Mike B's point early. If they're running Soul and Zarya at Stand and Deliver, and I'm thinking JC Jane and Lola Vice for the women's title, do you think they're going to do a triple threat match with Ethan, Joe Hendry, and Ricky Saints?
They could go that route if they want
They
to.
could. That'd be good.
Possibly, depending on how much Saints and Dude fall out.
I can see
is-
that.
They,
I can
didn't,
see
they, wasn't
that.
on,
This
they
is
wasn't on the
Ethan
same
Page we're
page
talking
last
about.
night.
Ethan
Yeah.
alone is not worth trusting,
Right.
No. Oh no.
especially now. You got heel Ricky Saints in there, so I don't trust either one.
Yeah. I do
So I'm
think
expecting
if they do
alone
that
to
three-way
come
match,
at some
I
point
could-
very soon.
I could see them adding. They seem very big on this Vanity Project stable that we've been
Oh,
seeing on
God.
NXT. I could see
Yeah.
Jackson Drake being in there and it being a fatal four-way as well,
Mm.
because
Okay.
they're pushing them and they're pushing them quickly.
Hey, look, the boy, he got a bag.
Yeah,
He got a bag. I'll
he's
give him
good.
that.
Yeah.
He's very good in the ring.
The Vanity Project is starting to they're starting to prove that the Evolve program can be a success.
Yeah,
Now they got the Evolve title, they got the NXT tag titles.
I'm
Yeah.
still trying to get used
Speaking
to
of
their
Evolve,
character
this
because
I-
preppy and stuff like that never worked for me. But
Yeah, I agree.
Like
I'm
what's this
still
I
trying to
hear?
warm up to them more, but it's gonna take some time.
Like, speaking of Evolve, what's this I hear about Nikita Lyons going to Evolve?
she's been on
already in
Evolve.
Evolve. She's gonna be on
She's been on
LFG.
Yeah, she's going to LFG
Because
right,
which is
yeah,
that's a
LFG.
huge demotion.
Someone's
That's
fucking
what
gonna
I
teach her how
thought.
to
Okay, so it's not me that she's going backwards.
Yeah, it's a huge
Yes.
demotion.
Yes,
Because
Right,
I
because
thought the
why-
pipeline
why-
was I thought the pipeline was LFG and then Evolve and then eventually NXT.
Yes.
LFG is essentially the modern day Tough Enough.
Tough enough.
Yes.
That's what
Because
I figured.
After 4 fucking years under contract, they're finally gonna teach this woman how to wrestle.
Yes, because she's stiffer than JC. And the thing is, she can do the moves, but it's like she's copying doing the moves. Everybody else who does their moves, I will even say this one good thing about JC. She's stiff, but when she does the moves, it doesn't look like she's just doing them to imitate them.
JC's got.
I get what you mean.
I don't want to admit that, but
I don't want to admit it either, but
Thicky Azalea
don't like
is,
it, But it's the truth. Nikita, she does it like just to say she can do it.
Yeah,
Thicky Steamboat I'm telling you, bro, she's an Instagram model cosplaying as a wrestler.
and
Yes.
That's
Yes.
a problem.
Yes,
That's
that is
been
the
a
most
problem.
accurate statement I have ever heard about her.
She can
She
make
is an
millions of dollars
Instagram
on
model
OnlyFans. Instead,
cosplaying
she decides to waste
as
my
a
time
wrestler.
on television every week.
That's been a big
That's why I
problem with
say
NXT
we don't
women's
look at her
division, though.
for
They go
wrestling.
and they find these Instagram models and stuff like that, and they're aesthetically they look good and everything like that to put on TV, but then they have no in-ring skill whatsoever.
no.
And then
the
now you're having
BBL
to
can't take
backtrack.
it.
Like when the bell rings, I just don't care about Nikita Lyons at all.
Yeah,
I honestly
I don't care about
either.
her before the bell rings either.
I mean,
I just
I
don't
don't care about her. I don't care about her wrestling. I'll say that.
Because they were giving her all that attention. I'm sitting like, bro, Naomi been dragging a wagon for years. What are we doing?
Yep.
Exactly.
I mean, yeah.
Anybody got any last minute things on Vengeance Day or NXT?
Nah, we pretty much covered everything.
Nah, I think we good.
Yeah, we good.
Make our way to Raw. So Raw started off pretty hot this week. I'll give them that. So they had the Vision came out. Paul
They
Heyman.
kidnapped the old man. We ain't had a good kidnapping in years.
Mind you,
no.
remember-
I am proud of them.
Remember, I said last week, if they want to make this work, Paul Heyman got to work overtime. Paul Heyman comes out the next night.
That man
ready to talk some
talked
shit.
all the shit in the world and got kidnapped
Yo,
for.
I wish that LA Knight was showing what he was doing with Paul Heyman during the whole show. Like, he was
Yeah,
trying-
that
He
would've
put
been
it on.
great.
He put it on Twitter.
Missed opportunity.
but after the
He
show,
put it on
on
Twitter.
TV.
it should
I
have
don't
been
know why
during
they
the
didn't put it
show.
on TV,
They
but
could
they
have
put
had
it on
that
Twitter.
out the night and shit too.
My
There was like
man
an
was
hour that
cruising.
dead in the whole
My
show. They
man
could've
was
did that.
cruising in that ambulance. They showed it on Twitter.
There
I
was
was
there
dying.
was so much comedic value that they just left on the table with that.
Right.
Yeah, they did.
Insane.
I mean,
Insane.
but they gave us a really good moment, y'all.
And they opened up.
So-
They
Austin
opened
Theory
up
get
a
a drop
lot.
for one punch.
They got a
from Jimmy
lot of
Uso.
different ways they could go with just that one little angle.
Heyman's, you know,
He got
Heyman's
dropped.
talking his smack. He's like, we're gonna stomp Seth out. You know,
He said we gonna stomp his ass out. This is what
Austin-
he said. We
Adam
see you,
Pearce
it's no
is like-
sight.
Adam Pearce is like, bro, I ain't Nick Aldis. Y'all ain't finna keep holding my show hostage like this. So the hood,
Like,
the
I'm
hood
mad Nick had to
come in,
catch a
they
straight
do
for
their
that. But
thing.
yeah.
They Seth, Logan and Theory chased them away. Once you saw Theory and Logan chase the masked man away, you knew how this was gonna end for Paul Heyman.
Yep.
He's
Right,
just
he
left
was
on his own in the
Right.
ring.
deer in the headlights. Seth busts him with a chair to the back and then stomps him. And that stomp, that must have been one of the most deadly stomps I've ever seen. Because Paul
Man,
Heyman
look,
came up-
that was personal.
Yeah, it was. It was.
He owed Seth some money. I don't know from where, but that stomp that man took, that was personal. He was like, you can feel it, you mother.
There is one thing I'm worried about when it comes to this segment, though. I'm kind of afraid that this is going to lead to Brock versus LA Knight, which I don't want to see.
Nobody
Okay,
wants that.
I have been waiting. Hold on, I've been waiting to say this till we got on the podcast.
Thinking that now.
Okay, but I've been waiting to say this. But what? But the quote Remy. But why?
Yeah, I agree. We don't want
I
that.
have
But
a
also,
bad
why
feeling.
would
LA
that be a
Knight has
thing?
nobody else deep within the vision. It's either Brock faces LA Knight or Brock faces Seth. To be honest, neither one of those is appealing. I wish we didn't.
I
do
don't
Brock
want to.
back in the-
I don't want to see either of those.
Because with Brock's ties to Paul Heyman, I am really starting to wonder.
Oh
that's
no! At that point, they might as well just let LA Knight go because if LA Knight faces Brock, he's
Like, this
done.
isn't really a
Like,
Nostradamus moment, but I'm kind of starting to
I
get
don't.
worried.
I'm not.
I don't
putting
want
it
to
past
see
I need
that
you to
at
stop
all.
speaking
Oh,
wild shit into
God.
existence.
I'm kind of
That's
scared.
what I need from you, Joe. Joe, stop speaking wild shit into existence. That's why we got Danhausen cursing people on Raw and
Exactly.
SmackDown.
Okay, that was not my fault, okay?
Stop it. Yes, it was. You the
Shit
only one that
happens,
said
man.
something like that. Ain't nobody else said that. You
Let
said that.
Nostradamus
That
be
was you.
great.
You and your power.
I'm getting scared,
Stop
though.
it.
I am wondering. I hope they elaborate more tomorrow night on the whole LA Knight kidnapping Paul Heyman thing.
They need
Because
to-
it looked, and I mentioned this in the chat, all of that was obviously a setup. We had
So,
the
yeah,
multiple
I
masked
have
man.
a theory about
Yeah.
that.
Then Seth
pun
showed
intended.
up. I'm thinking that Seth had to have collaborated with the Usos and with LA Knight
He
for that to
had
go
to.
the way it did.
Yeah, he had to have.
Because
He
LA
had
Knight was
to,
already
like,
staged in the
so-
ambulance.
So now now they just a thing now. LA Knight and the Usos are just a thing now.
No. LA
And
Knight and
that's
Usos are
something
not a
I
thing.
mentioned
LA
also.
Knight worked with Jimmy.
Yeah.
LA Knight worked with Jimmy because when Heyman was getting loaded in the ambulance, Theory and Logan Paul went to go check on him. Jimmy Uso got up in their ass. I mean, Logan went to go get the car, but Jimmy jumped Theory.
Yeah.
So Jimmy jumped
He didn't
Theory.
jump him. He popped him in the face one time. He went down with one damn swing. That's not a jumping in. That's a swinging in. No. He didn't jump him. That man jumped. That man got out that car smooth as hell. He got out that car smooth as hell, like nothing was bothering him that day, week, month, year. Even though he ruined the entire women's division. Not gonna go there today. Point is, he got out that car with not a bother care in the world, swung on that man, and went about his business. That was it. That was not a jumping in.
Okay.
What
all right.
Brock does is jumping ins.
The
He
jumping
swung on
in
that man once and he
defined.
went down like, that's what happened.
So
it
they
wasn't
turned the
violent
camera,
enough for Remy.
and it's LA Knight LA Knight driving the ambulance that's got Paul Heyman. So we ain't see them. He drives away, and that's the end of that.
Yeah.
So after that, they go with the first match of the night: Dragon Lee versus Gunther. Now, before we begin to talk about this match, I have a question. Why was this not at Elimination Chamber?
Good question.
Because it's Triple H.
It was better than anything on that entire show.
Good question.
Yeah.
They had to get
Yeah.
Danhausen segment in there, so that's why. All because of Danhausen.
If you say so. You
Only 'cause that
created
damn
this
box
mess
could've
with
put the match
Danhausen.
with
Now you gonna blame stuff on him? No, man, don't do
They could
that.
have put that time towards Gunther and Dragon Lee, but they had to fit that segment into the show, so that's why they kept this match on Raw instead. Unfortunately.
Yeah. Gunther and Dragon Lee had one hell of a match. Dragon Lee is somebody that they do not use to his full potential.
No, they don't,
Nope.
and
They
it hurts
don't.
my
Like a
heart to
match
this
like
day.
this lets you know.
I've been following him since they signed him, and they didn't even use him right in NXT.
They don't.
They say
They
that
never
they say
like
he's the second coming of
luchadors
Rey
never
Mysterio.
get their.
Rey Mysterio was out here tussling with the heavyweights.
Yep.
Yeah,
Luchadors do not get their just due in WWE unless
they
your name
don't.
is Rey
No.
Mysterio. And it looks like maybe Penta now.
And
Maybe
even
Penta is
Ray
being
had to fight
elevated.
for that.
yes, yeah.
Oh,
And
yeah.
unfortunately, I don't think Ray was ever going to win a Royal Rumble or anything if it wasn't for what happened to Eddie Guerrero.
Yeah, no, everything.
Yeah,
Vince pushing Ray at all was a tribute to Eddie, and we figured we can make some money off of that.
We all knew that was the
I've
case.
called it a
Oh, yeah.
fluke all these years. I honestly just
I mean,
was
we,
like,
we all know the disgusting
Huh.
dynamics behind it, but that's
Yep.
business.
Yeah.
They did not care about Rey Mysterio being a main eventer.
And
Until
what was crazy was
Eddie
Ray
Guerrero's
was
passing.
getting over that previous year. So even without Eddie's passing, it was something I might have been able to believe in because Ray had several pay-per-view wins over Eddie, 4 if I'm not mistaken. And he was in there tussling with Batista and Randy Orton and JBL and all those guys. He was in that match.
he was getting ragdolled by all them guys. But he was in there.
It's supposed to.
So Dragon Lee and Gunther, I thought it was great how Gunther had he countered Operation Dragon by ripping off Dragon Lee's mask and then applying the sleeper because
Which I feel is so goddamn bogus when they do that. I hate
saw
that.
Dragon Lee's face on live
They
television.
got physical as hell in that match too. They were laying this shit in.
Yeah, they was fucking each other up. I gotta give them credit.
Throw down.
He was.
Yeah.
He was
That's what I'm saying. Like they do not use him. They don't use him right.
At
He
all.
should
Lucky they have AAA. Because if it wasn't for AAA, Dragon Lee would be fucked.
Yeah, he would.
So
Yeah.
going backstage, Asuka's bullying Kyrie again. AJ Lee checks on Kyrie. He's like, "Are you all right?" Which I thought was cute. Given AJ.
And did y'all see how they did? They had AJ Lee do the Kyrie jump instead of Kyrie.
Uh-huh.
That was kind of funny to me. I'm like, damn.
Yeah, that was
okay.
a nice touch.
All right. And
It's
then
a-
after that segment, some of y'all might not have seen this, but that's when they came out and announced the match between Theory and Jimmy.
They did,
Mm.
and
'Cause
Logan
it was during a commercial break, because now if you're looking at it from another country, they have a timer at the top that tell you when they're coming back from commercial.
VPN,
if you're using a VPN,
If you're using a VPN,
Yeah.
and I was like, oh, this must be a commercial segment, and I'm
So
like, what y'all finna come out and talk about? Y'all-
Theory and Logan even cut a promo. I don't care for that, but
it was, I can't even call it a promo. They just said they mad, so they want Jimmy.
okay.
I'm like, you just mad you got robbed and one of y'all got punched.
So
That's
AJ
Get the hell outta here.
Lee, my queen, the new women's intercontinental champion. She comes out, she's cutting a promo. She said, "I'm done with Becky, but I'm gonna be a fighting champion. So whichever one of y'all want to step up to me, here's your fucking chance." So
and
I think
did they announce a match for that later?
they did. It's gonna be a 6-way match, and I will tell you who I think is gonna win in a minute.
Who's in the match again? I forgot.
It's who the fuck is in that? Who the fuck is in that match?
What is this for? Number 1 contenders for the women's intercontinental?
Yes.
Yes.
We'll get to that. We'll get to that in a minute when I find it. But Penta's backstage. OG El Grande Americano.
Hey, the real one.
And everything.
Fake one.
Like he's not even hiding the voice anymore. It's Chad Gable.
That's Chad Gable. Just
Yeah.
call him Chad Gable.
He gave up on it.
Just call him Mass Chad Gable.
So they promoting the AAA match. Liv Morgan gets a video package. Liv talks her shit. Cool, whatever. Gable Americano takes on Rayo Americano, which Rayo I think is Pete Dunne.
Yeah, I think so too.
I really wish that we could end this so we could have Pete Dunne and Tyler Bate
Me
back.
too.
Yeah.
Me too.
But-
End all these Americanos.
I don't think it's going to
Every
end
last one of
until
'em.
Mania.
Burn their masks. I'm done with them.
Gable won. I really don't have nothing else.
Yeah, that stuff
Natty,
to really keep up with it, you got to watch AAA and everything like that.
Yeah.
Also,
Yeah, that's the one big negative with this storyline for sure.
It's a AAA storyline played out on Monday Night Raw. And
Yeah.
The problem with that is your Raw audience is shit, i.e. me. Rusev called out Obafemi. Obafemi's like, okay, you want to scrap, big dog? Oba came out in his casual clothes, but he had his hands taped. So, he wasn't going to wrestle, but he was damn sure going to fight.
Yep. That's old roast beef versus brisket right there, baby.
We need that meat on meat fight.
So they got a match next week. Bailey and Lyra Valkyria were, hey, we've been having a rough time. I want to challenge AJ for the Intercontinental title. They both want to go into Pierce's office, but they run into Io Sky instead when she's leaving the office. I thought it was funny how Bailey was like, hey, scrap iron. I was like, oh, good callback.
Yeah.
Good callback. That was Pierce's nickname when he was wrestling.
Oh, yeah.
So,
somebody was coming out. Wasn't Bailey about to walk into Pierce's office, but it was Io that was walking out. Okay.
Yeah.
He didn't look too happy either.
Austin Theory and Jimmy Uso. The less said about this match, the better. If you can even call it that.
It didn't even end. It ended with an interruption, right?
Yeah, it ended with Logan Paul jumping.
That's when they started jumping. That's when they started jumping Jimmy.
Jumping Jimmy. And then comes in with his
honestly, I'm not mad about it because, he still ruined the women's division. Whatever.
The part that I hate the most about this is now it seems like the instead of getting Lucha Brothers versus Usos at WrestleMania, which at this point I can safely say is not happening.
No.
We're going to get the Usos against the Vision for the tag titles.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Yeah. I mean, Theory's the greatest tag team champion of all time,
Oh, don't start. No.
Here you go.
Lord God, no.
Theory needs to stand up, baby.
That WWE World's tag team division is dead. They're going to put the fucking belts on Logan Paul.
He's going to bring it back to life.
That's what I was just about to say. If that's the route that they go, I see the Vision winning the tag titles.
Here's my thing. When you had a chance to put shine on those belts by giving them to the Vision 8 months ago.
Exactly.
10 months ago. When they had a capable team. These two? Oh, hell no.
They're taking that.
Yeah, a horrible Vision, blurry as hell.
Man, look, that Vision
astigmatism Vision and shit.
That Vision is 2050, whatever.
They need to end it. They need to end it, and they need to end it quick.
I see better than them, and I need glasses. Get the hell out of here.
So we backstage again. Adam Pearce is talking to Nick Aldis on the phone. Danhausen comes up. He calls him Cold Steve Austin.
Danhausen. Fuck this motherfucker, bro.
You called him into existence here. You don't get to be mad. This is your fault. Learn how to use your powers correctly.
List of demands.
Danhausen funny as hell. He walked up to Adam Pearce. He demanded a whole bunch of shit. He wants to win the Hall of Fame.
With the worst looking piece of paper I've ever seen. I don't even want to know what that piece of paper has been.
Yeah, I was like, why is it so yellow? Like, what is this?
Like, it looked like it trained in the dungeon. No. Like, how you reading off of that? Man. Ain't nothing legible on that piece of paper, never no more. And you got demands? Brother, you just got here. Halloween is still 8 months out. Chill.
Well, Danhausen's all year round, unfortunately.
So the Judgment Day come up, and Pierce is like, hey, look, bro, y'all deal with this. Danhausen ends up cursing Dom.
And I didn't even think about that.
I
literally until Friday, and I was like, "Damn,
the curse really worked."
Yeah, I was like, "Oh,
you didn't think about it until Friday,
dude." That's how much I ain't paying attention to Danhausen. Like, bruh, I'm not looking at Dracula Jr. until October 1st.
Jr.
Brother, I'm not looking at him until October 1st. Wow. Until bags of candy for no reason go up to $10, I'm not looking at him. Okay? That's why I'm like,
It's already happening, so you pretty much gotta start looking at him now. Bags of candy are already $10.
All right, Joe, this is for you. So Rhea Ripley's getting interviewed by Jackson.
Yes.
Io Sky wishes, Rhea the best of luck and all that other good jazz. She's Rhea's like, I'm gonna call out Jade on Friday.
She's to call me.
And then picked up her girlfriend like she was just a regular ass sack of potatoes. Like,
okay. So they announced the triple threat match. It's Lyra Valkyria, Bailey, Io Sky, Raquel Rodriguez, Asuka, and Ivy Nile.
Yeah,
Now,
I don't know where
if-
they're going with
If
that.
Raquel loses, I'm riding.
she's going to, and you want to know why?
Yeah, I
You
don't think
wanna know why
Raquel is
think-
winning.
I know
I
why. I
don't
get
think
it.
I don't think Raquel's
I get it.
You want to know who I think is going to win that match? Ivy Nile.
Who?
No
Really?
fucking way.
You
Hear
really
me
think
out.
they gonna throw Ivy now up against?
Hold on,
me
yeah, I
out.
want to hear this. Well, hold on, yeah, I
Hear
want to
me
hear
out.
this.
Hear me
Cash
out.
Abby $25 if she wins on Friday. Put it on record.
Hear me out.
I-
Hear me out. Okay.
I'll say
AJ
this:
needs
if she,
somebody that she has to beat before she does whatever title match she's going to have at Mania. She's going to defend the title at least once on television. Who's the
Yes.
easiest one of these hoes to beat?
okay, fair.
Yeah.
Ivy Nile.
To
So,
be fair,
you created
here's what I'll say about Ivy. If she still had the box braids,
it's
I
probably
would-
going to be
I wouldn't
Myra
agree with you.
O'Bailey that she pins, and she's going to get the first title shot, and she's going to be AJ's first dub as champion.
if she didn't have if she had the box braids still, I would disagree with you. Now she look like Alexa Bliss Jr. So yes,
Remy, you were in rare form today.
Yeah,
I'm
more of this though.
not
More
Remy.
of this.
I'm not Nicholas. Get my name right. I'm not Nicholas.
Jonathan, if you're listening, get it right. Get it right.
I'm just saying, bro.
Said, and I
we
took
cool,
that personally.
but if you gonna keep my name in your mouth, it starts with R.
Oh my god.
That's all I'm saying. We boys. We boys. I don't be calling you by the wrong name. I'm just saying.
Oh my
I'm just
God.
saying. If you gonna get mad at what I say, tag me. Don't tag somebody else and blame it on them. Blame it on me.
Hey, and Nick,
So,
and Nick
next
is
up-
funny. He was like, I wasn't even on the podcast.
Man.
Exactly.
No, I was like, what you mean, Nicholas? Wait, is he talking about me?
That's
That's
so
what I was
good, though.
and I'm like, you mean Remy and
Yeah,
Thornton?
I had that
Motherfucker
50
can't
Cent
read.
moment. Like, what do you say me for? What I do?
So all you
So,
viewers out
hey,
there, I wish you saw this shit. 'Cause
That's
my
crazy
God.
because our
I'm
names
sorry,
are
man.
names are all right here. All of our names are right here.
So next up,
You
we
see,
got,
I made a caption in my name just to make sure he understands.
And
So
I'll make
we
sure it's
got-
in there in the edit.
we got Dominic Mysterio against Penta for the Intercontinental title. Finn Balor and JD McDonough are at ringside. When they announced the match, I was like, bruh, it's now or never for Penta. And I didn't know if they were gonna roll with it. Because we were just talking about the Dominic and Finn Balor deal last week.
Yep.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
we were talking about how
Yeah.
it's going to end with Finn beating Dom for the title. But then, like,
But-
there
but
was
now
a,
it
I
feels
can't
like
remember
it's just
who
gonna
said
be a
it was.
grudge
It was like,
match.
does Dominic have to be champion going into Mania? I know it wasn't me, but looking back on it, I'm like, it makes perfect sense.
I know. I thought for sure that it was going to be Dom versus Finn for the Intercontinental title.
You know,
I thought that for
I
sure.
think I might have said it because
I'm gonna just say it. I didn't think they would give Penta the belt.
I'm so happy for Penta. He deserves
Yes.
it.
I
His
I
didn't
didn't think
whole
they'd give him
shit,
a not
Now,
yet
does this-
anyway.
killing
Yeah.
But now, does this kill the Lucha Brothers reunion? Yes.
Yeah.
And that
for
makes
a
me
little
sad.
longer. Yeah.
for a little bit. If nothing else,
But-
it delays it.
Yeah. But they've been delaying it since my man.
Well,
since
see,
Rey
and
Fenix
Penta
came.
has
And
been
something
Vince has
told
been
me
getting over big.
when Danhausen cursed Dominic, something told me right then and there, like, okay, they're really about to have Dominic lose the title.
I swear to
And,
God, I didn't
and
think
the
about
match
that.
banged. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah, that
it
was
a
great.
damn good match.
Like,
Yes.
that
Yeah.
match banged. It's been one of the better matches on TV this past month. So that match absolutely banged. About 17 minutes. Dominic kicked out of the Penta driver, but Penta got his ass with the Mexican Destroyer, and Finn Balor didn't do shit to help.
Right.
Yeah.
He stopped. In fact, he stopped
even
JD
then,
from helping.
He stopped JD from trying to help.
Yeah.
Yep. And he said, look, he said he wants to do it on his own. Let him do it on his own.
So
Yeah.
now you have more. You get the belt off of Dominic. Penta gets a highlight. Penta gets the championship, and now you're building Dominic and Finn Balor more towards WrestleMania. So I think
Yeah.
the segment was a slam dunk.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
do too. I do
Yeah.
too.
Then we go to the main event. Roman Reigns and CM Punk get to talk. They
Ooh.
shit.
Oh, this got dirty.
Oh,
my
man.
I want
This
I
one,
want to put
this
over
got filthy.
their first promo, like the weekend, the Monday after the Rumble.
No, it wasn't
But-
as good. It wasn't as good.
It wasn't as good as that, but it was still.
But they got filthy.
They were still pretty nasty.
They got filthy
Roman
with
was
it.
straight healing up in this one.
Yeah.
He's like, you're over here entertaining all the 30 to 40-year-old virgins live at home and draw a house in Chicago. I'm like, hey, yo.
Yeah, I was like, damn.
We ain't talking about the island like that. Why you gotta bring our city up in this? Hold on, Pete. Hold on, Pete.
Someone that demographic.
I don't want to take, personal offense to that, but somebody did. Good Lord.
I mean, he put City's name out your mouth, bro. We ain't said nothing about the island, not once.
And then in classic Punk fashion, this man's like, you want to go low? Sir, I will go to hell. He said, I'm going to bury you next to your father.
Yeah. Hey, Roman.
If he hadn't said nothing about Chicago, I feel like that line wouldn't have came out.
Roman should have known better. This is a man who looked at Undertaker's manager passed away, and Punk threw an urn with his ashes at him.
I remember.
I remember that so well. Oh my god!
Man, when Punk interrupted, when Undertaker was doing his, he gets down on one knee and does the hand thing. Yes. To the image of Paul Bearer, and then what do you hear?
Yes.
Then you hear Cult of Personality, like
with the fucking urn.
Punk is going to hell. He for sure is going to hell.
Punk is going to hell.
Hey, something. So
I
don't know if y'all have noticed.
At least there'll be some entertaining matches there.
When Roman and Punk do these, I'll get to that in a second.
Yeah.
When Roman and Punk though, when they do these promos, which have both been really good so far. Roman has a thing, I don't know if y'all have caught it, but when he talks about Punk coming back to WWE, how he makes it come off as if everything was passed through him in the decision-making process. He's always like, when we brought you back, it was because we wanted to sell out the Remy, what arena is it? Is it Allstate Arena in Chicago?
Usually it's Allstate.
This time they were at the United Center.
But this time they hit the United Center, which is actually in Chicago proper.
I don't like where you're going.
Okay, so he said, he's always saying like, yeah, we brought you back because we know we could put you on the card and sell out one of the arenas in Chicago and everything like that. It's like he's making sure everything passes through him, or like he's making sure that it's known where he stands within the company and how important he is.
Who is
Joe, you wanted me to mention what though?
That thing about Roman and Triple H you talked about earlier.
Yeah. I'll talk about that when we talk about SmackDown. I'll talk about that when we talk about SmackDown.
Yeah, just to remind you. Yeah.
Okay. So we'll get to that, but so that they talking spicy. I'm pretty sure we're gonna get the contract signing and the pull apart. We still got 6 weeks until Mania. That match was already sold. Yeah. It's just a matter of how you keep it heated on TV. Right. Probably a contract signing, a pull apart brawl, a couple of video packages, maybe a sit down interview with each manager or whatever, or something. Well,
Roman's not scheduled to be there tomorrow, so maybe the week after we get a contract signing.
They don't have to do much, but Punk is going to be on television, so you got to figure out something.
Something big is going to end up happening when they get to the Garden.
So
I know they're heading to the Garden in a few weeks.
With that being done, do y'all want to move on to SmackDown?
Let's go for it.
Yeah, we can.
Okay. So they kick off the show. Randy Orton, he won the Elimination Chamber. He's hyped up. Trick Williams. Oh boy.
Trick learned his first important lesson. Do not interrupt Randy Orton while he's still able to do RKOs.
He did it once before. He did it once before though.
You know what tickled me about that segment? Trick's glasses stayed on.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
In fact, if you look at the segment again afterwards, they were completely on. He moved them down his nose on purpose after he caught the RKO to make it look. I'm like, why? He's just a little late for that, bro. Right there.
In any other situation, somebody might call that like a burial, but I thought it was fun. It was too funny.
No, that's not a burial. No,
Not
that's
at
just
all.
that's one of the new guys learning a lesson real quick. That's
That's
all
what
that
it
was.
And you could tell they were visibly having fun. Like Randy
Yeah.
was grinning at them, Trick was kind of grinning
He
back.
had
Like they
great
were having
chemistry
fun
with
in
them
there.
already.
Yeah,
Like,
that's what I was just about to
Honestly-
say, Joe. You can
And
Randy and Trick have a monstrous
They got a good
chemistry
rapport.
already.
Yeah,
Yeah.
That's a
Yeah,
pay-per-view
and-
match waiting to happen.
Yeah,
Yes.
and I was gonna say, if Randy wins at WrestleMania, I could see Trick being his first contender right there.
I would not
Yeah.
complain about that.
It's a possibility. So
Yeah.
Drew McIntyre backstage trying to argue with Nick Aldis. He's like, "Why you giving Cody a title shot? You said you weren't gonna give him a title shot." And he's like, "Well, you kept fucking with him, so
you broke your word, so why
I'm
shouldn't
going
I
back
break
on
mine?
mine."
Right.
Yep.
And
So,
I ain't
you
mad
know,
at him for that. Like, tit for tat. You
Then you got
want to
Sami
bite the hand that
Zayn.
feeds you, just know it can slap you.
Then you got Sami Zayn. You know, he's like, "Hey, you know, good luck, Cody, but Randy, why am I not, you know, don't you feel bad about, you know, hitting that RKO the way you did on Cody?" And Orton's like, "It might have been a little underhanded, but it also made me a 14-time world champion."
Yep.
Right.
Sometimes you know, Sammy asking Randy to have a conscience. Randy Orton has not always had a conscience.
No.
Randy didn't develop
Right.
a conscience.
No.
until he
Sammy
handled
needs
it.
to
Here's
stop
my-
acting
but the-
like a
but the
bitch
thing
on
that's-
TV.
I was talking to Bryce about this before the show started. This whole existential crisis, Sammy, ain't it. Because I know for a fact Sammy ain't had. It's been times where Sammy didn't have a conscience.
He needs to
Got
man up.
jumped by the whole cast of Jackass one WrestleMania because of his lack of conscience. So do not sit there and tell me you done forgot what it means to be a heel and take advantage of people. Don't do that.
Yeah.
That's
Honestly,
why I
that's
wasn't
a-
mad
But
at him getting yelled at. Cause I'm like, bruh.
and I
I'm
see
mad.
what Remy is saying, but I
I do
personally
too.
I like what they're doing right now with this Sami Zayn story. I do like it.
Yeah, and it does.
Honestly-
And I see both points. Like I agree with you, Mike. Like I do see like the kind of intrigue it brings, but Remy brings up a good point too. Like
Yeah.
you're doubting yourself after
like, I
all
can
these
understand
other
if
Sammy
he was-
needs to say fuck it already. That's what
Like,
he
I
needs.
didn't see you turn heel to the point where KO has to be the face in the feud.
Yeah. We've seen
And
that.
y'all
We've
put
seen
on
that
another
Sammy has it
banger
in him.
match.
We saw that in
Like,
the War Games match
They're
when he
telling the story.
when he
he
hit KO
eased
with
up
the
in the
haluva kick.
bloodline. That wasn't on no face shit.
Yeah.
They're telling the
That
story.
was him
with,
being a heel trying to get in with the bigger heels. Come on.
I think
they're
the
telling
main
story
difference-
with Sammy. With Sammy, it's a
Yeah.
crisis of, okay, look, you're trying to do things the right way. This clearly ain't working. At some point, you're gonna have to play it dirty.
Yep.
And I think they're gonna turn him heel. They're gonna turn him babyface again before next year. But he's gonna have to, you know, have his NXT Johnny Gargano moment. You know, where
Yeah.
sometimes you gotta fight a little dirty.
Yep.
Yeah, minus
Right.
the planking and shit everywhere, but
Yeah.
Yeah.
Later. I'm
But yeah,
tired.
so they got Carmelo Hayes is having another U.S. title open challenge. This one's answered by the AAA
Wagner.
superstar. He's the
Dr. Wagner.
Latin American
Dr.
champion.
Wagner
Yeah.
Jr. Yeah.
Yep.
yeah.
Well, we got a North American champion, a Latin American champion. Like, goddamn.
No.
We got a South American.
Well, the match was good too.
Okay.
Yeah, the match was very
Oh
good.
god, the match was real good.
Yeah.
I
I mean,
I liked it.
Mello
Yeah,
is
it was a
Mello.
banger of a match.
Mello is Mello, and Dr. Wagner's no. I'm sorry. Dr. Wagner Jr. ain't no slouch. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
No.
Junior. Make sure to add the extra.
You're gonna have me calling that from now on. Oh man.
So Ilya, naturally, you asked, well, what's going on with Ilya Dragunov? So they at least answered that. You know, Kathy Kelly has an interview with him, and he's like, well, you know, I gotta do better. So
Yeah, he feels like he has to
comes
earn
in,
it.
Miz comes in, Kit Wilson comes in, Kit calls Ilya
Oof.
toxic. So you know,
That's
looks
getting
like
set
Ilya's
up.
gonna whoop
Yeah.
Kit Wilson's ass next week.
Good.
Then
Somebody said that they might put Kit with Miz as a tag.
Oh
team.
yeah,
That
that was
they-
me.
they were teasing it.
Yeah,
That was
I
you?
said
Like,
that.
Miz
I
trying to
said that.
manipulate
Yeah.
people.
Please don't let that happen. Please.
I
I'm
just
good.
see the writing on the wall personally,
Jeez.
especially.
Well, guess what? Let
Who
me
the hell wants to see
get
that?
some.
I,
Let me
I
get some
don't,
90.
but
Let me
hey,
get some 90% isopropyl alcohol and remove that from the wall because we don't want to see that.
Yeah.
See,
Nah,
with
I
the
don't.
Road
I don't.
Dogg
I don't
not
see it
being on
happening after
SmackDown
something that
anymore,
happened
it's
later
supposed to
on.
get better, not worse, and that's just gonna make the show worse.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Nick Aldis is talking to Damian Priest. R-Truth comes in, and Nick tells Truth that they're going to be partners in the tag team gauntlet.
What has
Well,
happened to
no,
Damian Priest, man?
Truth tells Priest, because Priest like what he's like, because Truth runs up. Did you tell him yet? And I remember this because it's the first time I seen Truth bald, and I'm like, what the hell? I was warned about it. That didn't mean me seeing it wasn't gonna knock me out my seat. I'm like,
I think I saw it initially on Instagram or something like that.
Yeah, me too. So I wasn't surprised, but I still was like, okay, that's AI, right? Like that was my thought. I'm like, that's AI. That's got to be AI.
Man, that threw me, and that's why it's locked in my brain. Because my man just ran up and was like, "Did you tell him?" And that's when Nick was like, "No, you tell him. You right here. You tell him." He's like, "Yeah, we in the tag team. We got some turmoil. We in turmoil." I'm like, I'm with Damian Priest. Like, huh?
What you talking about, bro?
And then Nick broke it down. You're in the tag team turmoil match,
Yeah.
and he's your partner. I'm like, oh.
No,
Say that. Don't say
mean,
you in turmoil, man. That what?
I don't think Damian's ever going to be in the main event again.
No, I mean neither.
It's a travesty. He should be.
I'm not.
I mean, look, there's several factors working against him.
I don't like that he's not gonna. I don't like that he's not gonna be able to.
It's a damn shame.
At one point, I think the part where he was most over was with the Judgment Day, and that was just because of his association with Rhea.
Yeah.
Take that out of the equation. That crowd does not very much care about him. The booking clearly don't give a fuck about him, and he's plus 40.
Yep. The age
that I didn't know.
I just feel like they could do
it'd be different if he was already established, majorly established, like Cody or Roman, who are only a couple of years younger than him. But he's got one world title reign, and that reign came via Money in the Bank. Whereas
but
probably
still, like the reign.
He doesn't even need to be world champion. I think they could do more with him than just sticking him with R-Truth. You know what I mean? Like.
And they could, like, his reign showed that he could be in that next level.
I honestly expected them to stick Danhausen and R-Truth in some type of backstage segment back in.
It's coming.
I expected that before this, but it's fine. But I do think they're gonna put them tag belts on them, and I think it's gonna further the feud between the Fruit of the Mid and the YS6.
Well, I know I had a theory back on Friday. Austin. I think to answer what you're saying, Remy, I think not only is that going to happen, but I think Priest and Truth winning the titles leads to that makeshift team with Miz and Kit Wilson. I think that's how that's going to go. I think the tag division is that fucking screwed right now. That's where they're leading.
For straws.
And you know what? We can cover that. We can cover the tag division on SmackDown when we get to that tag.
Speaking of tag division, so the new women's tag team champions, the Irresistible Forces, they out
Black
here
Girl
with
Devastation is a better name. Whatever.
Charlotte and Alexa, Charlotte Flair and Alexa Bliss, they come out. They like, hey, bro, we finna get in y'all ass. We want them damn belts back. Here comes Julia and Kiana James. So Teddy Long in the building.
I feel like Kiana James cut a good promo, but Julia, we didn't understand nothing she said. Well, she sounded better. She had that y'all trash, give us them belts for we have to take them from you energy. Kiana was like, well, factually, we beat you this week and we beat you. No. Julia was like, no, let's scrap, let's go. I'm like, I don't even know what you said, but the tone has me frightened. I'm cool with that. Let's go.
We don't need to understand what she said.
They have a match, Charlotte and Alexa against Kiana and Julia. Of course, Charlotte pins Julia with the natural selection.
Yeah.
If you ever want to know how they feel about Julia or the United States,
I just don't understand what they're doing for her, man. It's confusing to me.
They're not. It's nothing to understand. They're not doing anything with her.
I blame Road Dogg.
It's like they're not sold on her, and it's just.
And
I blame Road Dogg.
They then make the announcement that Jelly Roll is going to be on SmackDown.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
Seriously?
Randy Orton's big Jelly Roll.
Is he going to have a match at Mania?
Looking mother.
They need to.
He's going to be in the crowd.
Keep Jelly Roll away from
Kelly. Kelly is talking to Cody backstage. Sami Zayn goes up to Cody, and Sami continues to crash out after the fact.
I'm glad Cody yelled at him because I'm like, dude, Make yourself useful. Why do you want? Say it. Say what you want with your chest or go away. Like,
Quit
because
whining.
this is like, that's why I say this whole thing with him having this existential crisis.
I
It
yell at
just ain't
Sam
playing.
on the screen every week.
I swear to God, it's like they this close to doing a sad Baron Corbin storyline with him. They are just like 2 steps off the line from it. And I'm like, he don't need this.
No.
So next up, we got the tag team turmoil. It starts off with Motor City Machine Guns and Fraxium.
Ooh, Detroit Pew Pews. Pew 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 Pew.
Pew pews, yeah.
Like, it ended with Axiom dropkick Saban. Shelly put Saban's foot on the bottom rope, but the referee apparently didn't see it. So
Right, that was a botch. They weren't supposed to go forward.
That got Saban pissed because he's like, "Did you put my foot on the bottom rope?" And Shelly's like, "Yes, I did, bro. I did." Like, "Are you sure?" Then
that was confirmed as a botch. The ref should have saw that
and
acted accordingly.
So
that was not
like
supposed
the
to
ref,
happen.
the ref legit messed up in the match.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh,
so
wow.
next up, Fraxium continues. Los Garza comes in. They beat
Garza
Fraxium.
and Son.
Man, Garza and Son, they showed. Why did they get them so much shine? Let's be honest. It should have been Friday. Right. I feel the Super Friends should have got more shine than them.
Santos Escobar.
He's in AAA.
He's in AAA. He just was on AAA last night.
Yeah,
so
he
that's
literally just
re-signed.
re-signed a few months ago.
He re-signed a few months
he's-
ago, and they put him in
prominently in AAA.
You know, they need another major heel down there. So honestly, if that's what he wants, good.
He's
for
had a
him.
good bit there so far.
Yeah.
I mean,
He's in the
Del Fantasma.
He's actually in the Rey de Reyes tournament final.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Wyatt 6 come out. The MFTs get a distraction. So Los Garza get rid of the Wyatts. I'm like, all right, cool.
They attacked him at the entranceway, didn't they?
Yeah.
They attacked him or something?
Yeah, they chased. Yeah, they fought
I'm
back
breezing through the match because
the entrance.
I didn't care about this match.
There's nothing else.
Neither did I.
The last team is R-Truth and Damian Priest, who of course they end up winning it. Priest,
Look here, I keep being amazed at R-Truth every time he get in the ring now.
he's 54.
Ain't that bad? He older than me, and he move like he 20 years younger than me, and it makes my bones hurt. But I'm also in awe of this man because my man was doing backflips and
It's kind of
splits.
inspiring too. Though.
No, yeah.
I'm like,
R-Truth
I've
still
been watching
moves the
you
same
for
way he
over
did back
20
in
years, bro,
2000.
and you ain't lost a step.
Nope.
No,
And I'm like, God,
And when I'm 50 years old, that's
God
gold right there.
damn.
He and AJ Styles, at their age, they still move just as well as they did when they debuted.
At the level that they do, it's crazy.
Yeah.
Don't even get me started on Rey Mysterio.
Rey
Mysterio
Rey
Mysterio got a gut, and he's still moving better.
Too many Modelos, but
Not
he
to
still
mention
hits
he
that
has a knee
619.
injury every year, and
It's
he
the
still
same,
comes
though.
back like ain't nothing happened. I don't know how he does.
Man.
So,
But yeah, that match, and
I
let's
didn't
not
care
forget,
much for the match.
After that match, Uncle Howdy cut a promo. His promo didn't seem as menacing as it should have.
I thought
Like,
it was just me, but I agree.
He's
It's like if he'd have slowed down his speech just a little bit, it would have sounded more menacing. Cause I'm like, I hear the words, but I don't hear no intent behind them.
But I'm wondering if that was by design though, because it wasn't the Uncle Howdy side that was cutting that promo. It was Bo Dallas.
True,
so
but
I'm wondering if they're trying to play off of that alter ego type thing. No, he's not.
He ain't. That's true. That could have been what it was. I was expecting an Uncle Howdy promo, but I got a Bo Dallas promo.
I don't care how many times you repackage Bo Dallas. That whole Bo leave thing is still very much in my head.
Is with you forever, bro.
Yeah, that's why he need that mask on.
That's why first impressions for these guys are so important. Because the first impression, every time I think of Bo Dallas, I think of all you got to do is Bo leave and all of that crap.
I can't take Uncle Howdy seriously, man. I just can't.
I can't anymore because of this feud with Fruit of the Mid.
I lost it on the Wyatt 6 after they lost to the Final Testament.
Oh man, that loss should have never happened. That was a fucking disgrace.
That was a wrap.
This MFT feud's been since October. End this shit.
Oh.
Love of God.
Yeah,
It's
So
been going
bad.
on since before WrestlePalooza.
Sami Zayn's existential crisis continues. He wishes Randy Orton, good luck at Mania. They have their conversation. Orton walks away, but Aleister Black and Zelina, I guess they got some
stopped paying
plans for
attention
him.
when Zelina was on the screen. I didn't care.
Facts.
You
But
can never get
now,
anything.
Just
Rhea
saying.
Ripley and Jade Cargill.
Oh God.
Ooh.
That
Hey,
promo,
hold on. Before we get to that real quick, I just want to say, when Aleister and Zelina stopped by and talked to Randy, did that not feel like Karrion Kross and Scarlett to y'all?
From
Yes.
Rich.
A little, yeah.
Yes.
Probably
The way they come out now. Think about it. The way they come out now. They ripped that. They stole that man's whole flow, bar for bar.
Yeah.
They said we don't need to pay you. Just make another one.
Man, we got Karrion Kross and Scarlett at home. That's what they said.
That's exactly what they
said.
said.
Yeah.
It worked.
So
It worked for them. Yeah,
Jade and Rhea, seeing the two of them, next to one another. Good
you
Lord.
didn't realize how big Jade was.
Facts.
You didn't realize how big
Rhea-
Jade was.
No,
I
knew
Rhea.
Jade was-
Rhea looks
either.
small compared to Jade.
Yeah.
She looked like she could fit in Jay's pocket a little bit, and that bothered me. And I was like, God.
I think
Rhea
with a
was
segment like this, you keep physicality out of it. You sell a match like this off the anticipation of seeing these two titans throw down. Don't let nobody throw hands. Don't let nobody look like they have the advantage over the other.
I
Just
hope
tease
that's
it.
how they play it. That's the way it looks like they're gonna play it. And I hope
Just
it
tease it
continues.
until they clash at Mania.
They were more tame than I thought they were gonna be, and I think everybody feels that same way.
Yeah, they were. So of course, we can't really talk about the segment without talking about what happened on Twitter earlier in the week. Everybody knows that they got into their Twitter spat.
That Twitter beef was fine until Chelsea Green stuck her nose in it.
I'm starting to agree with Thornton too. I think they wanted them to have some type of Twitter beef, because I think some real stuff did come out too.
They need something to base this feud off of, and obviously some women are going to feel some type of way about Jade, because you got women that have been there for years and have not are not seeing the opportunities that she has. Naturally, that would have some jealousy.
Yeah,
she's getting booked because of the way she looks. It's a cosmetic business, and if you want to make money off of something like that, would you put your money on somebody like Jade, or put your money on somebody like
she been getting booked because she looked like her daddy, so whatever.
I do think that I think they went off script a little bit on Twitter. I do think they wanted them to have that social media interaction. I think they went off script a little bit, and I think that's what caused like the major issues and stuff.
They need something to create tension between Jade and Rhea, who have not had any sort of interaction whatsoever up until recently.
I just appreciate the fact they get to use the word bitch.
Yeah,
that's all I'm saying. Because the way they said it, the way both of them said it, I was like, yeah.
But I do think with the segment, and this could just be me over analyzing the segment, but like I work in a field that deals with behaviors, and Rhea legit looked pissed. Like everything on her face screamed that she has like a legit issue with Jade.
And you know what? That makes it even better to me, as far as I'm concerned.
Yes, that genuine tension, not like Charlotte and Tiffany, where it's clear as day they had personal issues. But in a way where it's like, okay, we got beef with one another, and I can believe that when you're gonna hit her in the face, you're gonna hit her in the fucking face.
Right, it's supposed to believe what we're seeing anyway, so keep that tension going.
Yeah, make me suspend my disbelief.
I do want to point this out, and I've been waiting since we saw this, and this has been a big point in NAW recently. Did y'all catch that Jade Cargill shook Rhea's hand with the left hand?
Yeah.
And not the right one?
That's always been a sign of disrespect.
Yeah. I legit texted my dad last night. I'm like, hey, just double checking. Like, that's been a thing, right? Because, like, I naturally have just always shook my right hand. So, yeah, my dad taught me that, man. Like, shake with the right. So that's why I was like, okay. I see something here.
That was very subtle, but they snuck that in there.
Yeah.
And I don't know if it was on purpose for us to catch it or what, but that I did notice it, and I just didn't think too much about it until somebody made that post and
I've never had anybody try
Yeah.
to shake hand with the left hand before. I didn't even.
I haven't
didn't
either.
notice it.
Me either.
Yeah,
But when
I've known
when
that
you-
it's
when you
always a
showed it
sign
to
of
me, I was like,
disrespect,
oh,
though.
shit.
My dad taught me that a long time ago. Shake
Yeah,
with the
mine
right
too.
hand. Make sure you're standing. Look them in the eye.
Yep, my dad exact. I legit texted him last night. He's like, "Yep, the shake with the right, stand up, all of that." Like, I was like,
So-
"Yeah." Apparently, some people didn't know that, and then he got a little laugh out of that.
So after that, they go in the back. Johnny Gargano's planking again. Alex Shelley, the
Lord.
Motor City Machine Guns come back, and Shelley's over here. Saban's mad at Shelley because he's like, bro, we lost the match. You over here worried about Johnny?
Yeah.
Mind you, Johnny did us dirty too. And then so they go off and do their thing. Candice LeRae tells Johnny he needs to go up and beat Johnny Wrestling, and Johnny's like, you know what, you're right. Let's go to the ring.
That went well.
He got
Johnny
whooped.
goes to the ring. He's like, hey, bro, I'm Johnny Wrestling.
Oh,
If anybody
God.
wants to fight me and prove me wrong, here's your chance. And,
Oh, but shut the fuck up.
and who goes to answer Mr. Johnny Wrestling's open challenge? Oba
As soon as he said,
Davula.
I'm open, I have an open challenge, I was like, Oba, please come out in this.
Yeah.
And he did.
Davula.
And
He
he
The
did.
ruler, decisively.
So after that, Jay's walking backstage. B-Fab and Meechim, walk up on her again,
Did you forget about us?
talking all
Did you
this
forget
shit,
about
but
me?
nobody throwing a
Right,
fucking bitch
me chin with the
You
damn
drained
kendo
it.
stick.
that she can't use in a match anyway. And Jay's like, you know what? I'll see you next. I'll deal with you next week. And I'm like, finally, put an end to it.
Yeah,
So,
I
Nick
think
Aldis
leading
is
into Mania,
backstage.
we are going to see some more defenses from Jade because of all the criticism that she took with however many days it was. I do
She
think we're
don't-
going to see more
Jade
from
don't
her.
care. Jade-
Yeah,
Jade-
that's
Jade
crazy.
herself don't give a fuck about her critics. You want to know what she cares about? Her husband, her daughter, and the money.
Yeah,
The money. It's all
Right.
about the
Yep.
money.
and they got a lot
Like
of it.
your tears don't make me no dollars. What
Right.
you
It don't make
me
dollars. It
feel.
don't make sense.
And I don't give a fuck about your opinions because I'm making more money in one day than a lot of you niggas ever gonna see in your lifetime. Why should I care about your shitty opinions?
Yeah, she got to stop talking to
Right.
me that way.
Jade has a very tough skin. It's clear as day that she does.
Yeah.
She's here to make her money and move on about her business.
Yeah.
And as an entertainer, you need it.
Yeah, you got to.
Like if you're gonna be in that business, you gotta have a tough skin. It's always gonna be some motherfucker saying some negative shit about you. That's just
Oh, always.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Nick Aldis is backstage. Danhausen, Miz tries to be a mentor for Danhausen. Pass. So we get down to the main event. Drew McIntyre, Cody Rhodes, undisputed WWE Championship on the line. And a lot of people are up in arms about this. I don't know why we're surprised.
I don't know why
Everybody
ever.
split on this. Like people have been going to war about this shit on Twitter.
They really have.
Yeah.
The match was really good. It's just that it was the predictability that probably hurt it for a lot of people because like the Cody fatigue, I don't think it's set in that deeply, but it is starting.
Yeah, it is for sure.
But the match itself, the result, it was a means to an end. Drew was never going into Mania as champ.
No.
No,
I
Drew.
think this was
To be honest, Drew should have won the title months ago. He should have won
Yeah.
it at WrestlePalooza or
Yeah,
Saturday.
he should have been won it.
Yep.
Yeah.
Agreed.
The match is it's clear as day they want Cody versus Orton at Mania. And then this is going to give us Drew versus Jacob Fatu.
With
I
this
would
Sammy,
prefer the Fatal 4-Way, but if this is what we're
is
going to
Sammy
get,
going to
this
be
is how
the
we get.
special referee for that match?
Yeah,
Fatu
and-
versus-
We still got
True.
6 weeks. I
No,
still think they got time to set up this
Fatu's
fatal
probably
four-way.
going against Drew at Mania.
No, I'm saying like, will Sammy be the
Yeah.
special guest referee for Drew versus Fatu?
I still
Um,
think Sami Zayn's facing Trick Williams.
That's possible.
Yeah,
Sure.
that's
There-
possible.
Trick will beat Sammy and continue his crash out.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that'd be
And
a good
they-
way to flip.
you know, a
both
lot of
those
people are
guys, too.
predicting
Trick
a,
face, Sammy heel.
Trick will be babyface probably by the end of the year.
Yeah, I've
Shit,
heard a lot of
probably way
people
sooner, the
predicting
way
a
he's
double turn
been.
at Mania.
Right.
You don't need to do it anytime soon,
But here's my thing about turning Trick face. He's getting over as a heel. Like don't mess with something
you
that's
can
not
even
working.
add it.
He's
Don't
already
fix
getting
it.
over. You don't have to turn him face.
Yeah, let it cook organically.
Yeah,
for
you
him.
don't have
Right.
to
Be a
turn him
tweeter,
face.
and people still cheer him too. Like,
So this is
Yeah.
where I'll interject real quick. This is more for our viewers because we all kind of discussed it a little bit before we went live. But Joe, you wanted me to mention it real quick. So I did read. I read a report. It was actually reported back in January. I just happened to see it today. But they're saying that there's some tension backstage between Roman Reigns and Triple H. They already knew that they wanted Roman Reigns to win the Rumble in Saudi. Of course, we know Saudi plays a big part in the booking of the shows in Saudi. So they might have wanted that. Roman Reigns was supposedly he was politicking for a third match against Cody at Mania. Triple H was against it, and the decision was made to have Drew take the championship off of Cody Rhodes prior to Mania. I mean, prior to Royal Rumble. Roman Reigns, of course, went in. He won the Royal Rumble, and he ended up picking CM Punk, the better of the two options at the time that he made his decision, which led to them putting the title back on Orton on Friday's episode of SmackDown to still have Cody go into Mania as a champion and get their matchup with Randy Orton. I don't know how accurate that story is, but that's just something that I read. So I don't know how much truth there is to it. I could see it being true. I could see it just being, an elaborate story, but that's just something that I read.
I mean, throughout history, there's been beef with like the top name and like the bookers and the promoters.
It's just the nature of the business.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's
every guy who's ever been on Top Politics, Austin Politics, Hogan made the concept famous. Shawn Michaels was doing it. Bret Hart did it. WCW's entire their main event scene were doing it.
Shawn Michaels,
it's a part of wrestling. I'm glad they didn't do it. First, we don't need a Cody Roman match for at least another 2 to 3 years.
Yeah.
Doing 3 of them within a 4-year period, especially when they're WrestleMania main events, that would
be fatigue.
Yeah.
That's too much.
It would make me hate it, like how we got
time to promote it.
How many years did we get? We got Brock Lesnar and Roman Reigns. How many times? And I was like, man, I'm tired of seeing this on Mania.
It's been like what, 10? Let me look that up real quick.
Brock and Roman ate up 3 WrestleMania main events. We don't need that with Roman and Cody.
Nope.
Yeah.
The WrestleMania 39, all right, great match, shitty finish. WrestleMania 40, damn near perfect. So you wrap that story up very well. We don't need to renege on that right now.
Right.
There's other matches that you can do. Cody and Orton, a match that people have been wanting to see, like a serious match, not the King of the Ring final.
The story is there.
Yeah. The story has been there.
Yeah.
But then Roman and Punk, which is probably the biggest box office draw match you can do right now. So you've got your 2 WrestleMania main events. That's what you roll with.
Yep.
I would have preferred the Fatal 4-Way for the WWE title, but Orton versus Cody makes perfect sense.
And it's actually I'm glad that T just mentioned that, because it's looking like we're going to be getting a whole lot of one-on-one matches, more than what we usually see at Mania.
We should. WrestleMania is the big show, so there should be your big singles matches should be matches that are supposed to be definitive programs, Roman and Punk, a definitive program. You don't need anybody else involved there. Orton and Cody, you got a lot of history to go with.
Yep.
That's a match that you just make, a one-on-one. Drew McIntyre and Jacob Fatu. If Drew ends up being revealed as the guy who kicked Jacob's teeth in several months ago, it's right there. Yeah. Finn Balor and Dominic Mysterio. Whatever the fuck Brock Lesnar's finna be fucking doing. Whatever the fuck Seth Rollins is gonna be doing. Hopefully nothing with Brock Lesnar.
Yeah.
So
and now speaking of when
they had a few multi-mans. They had 2 triple threats. They had a Fatal 4-Way. They had a couple of tag title matches. I mean, WrestleMania 40 had, they had the 16 ladder match. They had a couple of 6-man tags, the street fight, some other.
Been announced so far, only 4.
Only 2 have been made official to my knowledge.
Because they need to get it going.
Only 4 have been made
4.
Official.
It's 4.
The 2, all 4 world titles.
We got Roman Punk, we got Orton, Cody, we've got Rhea Jade, and we've got Liv Stephanie.
Liv and Stephanie. So those are the only 4 matches that have been made official.
They need to get it going with that, man.
And
6 weeks.
Just to touch real quick on what T just said too.
They're gonna make some matches. They just ain't. They gonna watch. They're gonna do what they always do. All the matches are gonna be thrown together. That's
Yeah.
missing. All the rest of the matches are thrown together 2 weeks
I
before.
do hope that in the future they don't have mid-April WrestleMania is not working.
Yeah, it's too
yeah,
much
they-
time.
Yeah, I don't like it.
It's too many gaps to fill in.
That's
Yeah, I
extra
don't.
piece of television they have to fill. That's a lot.
Like
Yeah.
it's already long enough that you got Elimination Chamber in early March. You don't
Yeah, that's
if
weird.
you can't build up a solid card in 4 weeks, then from your last pay-per-view, then that's a y'all problem.
Yep.
Yeah.
I've brought this up before. I think things have been dragging the last 2 Mania seasons because that extra 2 weeks is in there. It's
Mhm.
They have to stretch everything thin.
It's more
It
than 2
wasn't as-
weeks.
I mean, they
It wasn't
compensated
as
it
bad at
with the
WrestleMania
Rumble though
40
by
because-
moving Rumble.
It's more than 2 weeks now, though. Well, yeah, they did. They moved Rumble to the very end
Yeah,
of the
so they
month.
kind of compensated.
But WrestleMania used to be mid-March. It's
it
mid-April
used to
this
be
year.
mid-March.
Yeah, late March.
I remember like March 14th, like around that date.
That was
usually
WrestleMania 20.
Mania.
WrestleMania
now-
18 was March 17th. I think the last March WrestleMania was 31. It was on March 31st.
Now it's getting further and further.
Yeah, I don't like that.
Yeah.
Oh,
it's
just to circle
weird.
back to what T just said also about when Jacob got attacked. I know originally I was thinking that it would be revealed that Cody was the one that did it, but now that Cody won
Oh,
that
yeah.
title back, I think they're gonna go with the safer
think-
version, and it's gonna be Drew. That
That's
Drew
what I
ended
was
up
thinking.
attacking him,
I hope
That's-
Cody
yeah.
did. Honestly, I hope he did.
and that's
That's
just to me that's a just a safe way to go and get you to Mania and have
I
Jacob
hope
versus
Cody done
Drew.
it, man.
It sucks that Drew can't defend the title at Mania because Drew's been putting in such good work over the last couple of years. But if nothing else, at least he
I'll
got to
give him
hold
that.
the title.
Yeah,
Now we can say Drew finally got to be champion in front of a live crowd.
yep.
Yep.
And now I'm like, is he ever gonna get another chance to be champion though?
I'm sure he will. He's got
Maybe
time.
one more. Maybe.
I do
Yeah,
think
especially if he ends up back on Raw and maybe runs it back with Punk again, then maybe assuming
Yeah.
Punk wins.
Yeah.
I think I
Very
mentioned in the group chat, but I think that all these injuries and stuff that took place on this road to
Just a second.
WrestleMania, they've pivoted. They've had to pivot so much,
They've
and
had to
I'm
pivot
expecting
multiple times.
I'm expecting
Yeah.
SummerSlam to be the biggest show this year, or at least a better book
It better
show.
be. It's in my
this
city.
year.
It better
Yeah.
be.
I hope so. I want to know what the original plans were. When Unreal's next season comes out, they'll probably touch up on that.
They brought,
This is
and I
interesting.
think you know what, Unreal I thought was a good idea when it first came out, but now I'm like, it's getting to the point where they're almost booking these storylines to have more stuff to show on Unreal, and it's making the TV product not as good as it could be because it's
Jaden
more like
Reed-
they're booking for the backstage stuff.
Jaden
Yeah,
Ripley
exactly.
might be on the next season of Unreal. They'll probably touch up on that.
Probably.
I'm like, I don't know. At this point, I'm almost like, let's just scrap Unreal and get the TV product back to where it should be. Instead
Exactly,
of worrying
because
about
they're
all the
booking so
backstage
much
stuff.
for these other factors, like Unreal, trying to sell more tickets instead of focusing on actual good creative. And it's
Good writing, everything.
Yeah.
That's something.
exactly.
And I do want to say, I happen to see a TikTok about this, and when they put it all into perspective, they were like, "Man, this was the blackest episode of Friday Night SmackDown ever." Hey, all the black stars, they had some type of shine, and hey, we love to see it.
Exactly.
We love to
see
see it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's nice. It's nice. So with those being the 4 world title matches, all right, cool. They're
I
gonna
do
need to
hope next year we get some younger stars in the main event next year because
Braun,
I hope so, too.
we need Braun Breaker, Obafemi, Trick Williams. One or two of those guys need to be in major matches next year.
because
Yeah.
the main
I
events
agree.
are going to be great. Don't get it twisted. I'm looking forward to them, but we can use a younger face or two in the main event next year.
Yeah,
I
really
agree,
good.
but I hate to be a negative Nancy, but if we are going to Saudi for Mania next year, the Saudis, they have too much power when it comes to how they want the card
Yeah,
to
we
be.
won't see.
Sami
we won't see
Zayn's
much of the
gonna
young
eat one of
stars.
those title matches.
hmm
Oh, definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely.
No.
Absolutely.
That
So
that
it-
all right,
if they're
cool.
in Saudi, I think we're in for this time next year having very similar conversations. Like, well, we know that they're doing this for this
$300
reason.
million
and-
for this event, they're going to get whatever they want.
Yep.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
So with that being that, so does anybody have anything else to continue, or does anyone want to talk about AEW? Because AEW did have a pretty newsworthy week this past week.
So real quick before we go into AEW, I got to bring up something that I told my wife to remind me of to mention. Did y'all notice that they actually included a little snippet of Trick Williams on the Breakfast Club earlier this week?
Yeah.
I saw that they included that.
I was very surprised because when have they ever highlighted something like that from Breakfast Club of all outlets on WWE TV?
That's interesting. I didn't
He's
know
got
that.
crossover appeal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
So
think
I thought that was
Trick.
exactly. I thought
Trick
that
is
was really
relevant.
unique.
Trick Williams, if booked correctly, he can carry them into this younger generation that we're looking for.
Absolutely.
Facts.
He has the ability
Yes.
to connect with all types of people and all types of
Yep.
fans. Like he's in a unique spot.
I've seen clips of this man on people's local news like shows
Yep.
and
Yep.
Breakfast Club. Then they usually don't show. I do think a lot of it is, for one, Trick is just, he's over. He has everything that you need to be a superstar.
Oh, yeah.
And they're able to use this to break away from that whole the stigma that they've had of not pushing black professional wrestlers as well.
And it's the confidence he has when he speaks. Like you feel it.
Yeah.
It's natural aura. Natural.
Absolutely.
And if you would have asked me,
whatever it is, he has it in spades.
when did I go to Vengeance Day? I saw Vengeance Day live like 2 or 3 years ago. I was in the building. And if you would have asked me that night if Trick Williams would be as over as he is now, I would have said hell no.
Yes, we all would have said hell
we
no,
have
because
seen
they
this man
could-
organically gain this
Right,
head of
'cause-
steam that he has.
And he's been
Yeah.
skyrocketing. It's crazy how much he's grown.
2-3 years ago, we couldn't have called it like it is now. We couldn't have.
Yeah.
Because
And I think his TNA
together.
I think his TNA run really helped too. Like kind of similar to what you said, Mike.
He was
when I went to
working-
TNA back in September, and he popped up to whoop up on Mike Santana, and then came out for the match they filmed later on. He got a big pop for the TNA crowd,
Yeah.
and I was
Yeah.
like, okay.
He was
Trick-
able to work, more diverse main events with more, veteran wrestlers.
Yep,
Like he was working.
that's exactly what
I was
against
gonna
Mike
say.
Santana. He's working against Moose, against Elijah. Those types
Yep.
of guys. Joe Hendry, guys who've
Because-
been in the business, 10, 15, 20 some years.
Because in NXT, Trick,
And you
they were
right,
all
you
like
get
his
that a lot
peers.
in NXT.
They've been in their business about the same amount of time, but when they put that TNA championship on him, he got to work with seasoned veterans.
Yeah,
And
Exactly.
and he really got to showcase that, or that's where I think we really saw, like, hey, he is that
he
good
also
in the
got to
ring.
showcase a new dimension of his character.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
And he loves what he does out there. Like he's having fun out there every week.
Yeah, I mean, going home with Lash Legend don't hurt either.
Yeah, I'm jealous.
It don't.
Man's on top of the world.
Yeah.
But
Let's get into
anybody
let's
have
get into
anything
Dynamite.
else? I can get us started on AEW.
And T, tell me real quick, AEW, they have, is Revolution this coming weekend?
It's next
It's
month.
next Sunday.
It's this. It's
It's
1
next
week from
week,
today.
right?
Sunday,
from
March
today.
15th. So it's
Okay.
1 week from today.
It's the second biggest event of the year, arguably.
Yeah. It's all in. I think it's like probably third. I think it's all in Double or Nothing.
Double or
and then
Nothing.
Revolution.
Yeah.
I think Revolution's bigger than Double or Nothing now.
I don't know about that.
Nah, Double or
I mean, last
Nothing.
year's Revolution, if you take the main event out of the equation, it was one of the best pay-per-views all year. Like bangers up and down the card, and then John Moxley and Cope shat the bed in the main event.
Yeah.
Not because they were just bad wrestling, but just because definitely nonsense.
Yeah.
But yeah, so regarding Dynamite, they kick off with MJF against Kevin Knight for the World Championship. Really good match. Kevin got to showcase his whole deals, but MJF worked on the ribs before putting away with the Heat Seeker. There was a weird botch with the referee, but that's AEW.
Oh, that was terrible. I know exactly what you're talking about. I cringed when I saw that shit.
So
Wait, what happened with the ref?
what the fuck was it?
Like the ref was selling something, but he wasn't even hit, if I'm not mistaken. It just looks so awkward.
No, that's weird.
It was just to give an excuse for MJF to low blow Kevin Knight before hitting him with the Heat Seeker.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
it's so
Okay.
bad.
Yeah. So next up, they got Darby Allin and Orange Cassidy against the dogs. And first of all, like they brawling, they immediately like Cassie and Allen are already in the ring. Kid and Connors are making their entrance, and they jumped them up on the entrance ramp. So they're already brawling around ringside. You know, Clark Connors spears Orange Cassidy through a table behind the in the timekeepers area. The match ain't even fucking started yet, and we've already got a table bump. So
That's
you know,
shit.
if you, as much as I'm a fan of both men, if you watch one Orange Cassidy and Darby Allin match, you've seen them all. It's the John Cena, except with guys half his size.
Oh, we know, Joe. We know.
They get their ass kicked
Joe.
for
You
90%
don't like
of the
Orange
match,
Cassidy.
and then they somehow come back and get the most impossible looking victory, which can be problematic when you've seen them do this hundreds of times now. So they win the match, and then David Finlay comes in with a shillelagh, beats the hell out of both of them, and you know now David Finlay is all elite.
I was happy to see that. I was very happy to see that David Finlay went to
I
AEW.
actually watched it, and I was proud.
He's like, I'm good, bro.
Yeah, he's like, fuck that birthright shit.
Yep.
No, I agree with him going there. He made the right decision for himself.
Because his brother is Uriah Connors, right?
Yeah.
That's Finley's other son. Yeah, and I was happy to see David Finlay go to AEW. I actually made a post about it in NAW.
But New Japan, though, they keep taking L's, man. That roster's been getting gutted.
They're bleeding talent. New Japan's in a rebuilding phase. It's just when you depended on you know the old guard until the old guard couldn't go anymore. You got to get the new guard ready before the old guard
new stars in.
Yeah.
You got to start sprinkling them in. So
they don't have Okada anymore. They don't have Tanahashi. They don't have Naito. They don't have Nakamura. You know, all those guys are all gone, and you left nothing but crumbs for the guys who are supposed to take over after them.
It's Tanahashi praised the NXT system. He said he wished the Young Lions system can make stars as quickly as NXT does. And you know what? He's right. That Lions system is too slow.
Yeah.
Is it the way the Young Lions system? They send them on. It's called excursions.
They send them on foreign excursions, so they'll work in like some U.S. independent promotions, or they'll work in CMLL, or they'll send them to Australia just so they can teach them different styles of wrestling, so they become more versatile. Like Okada.
That was how we ended up seeing him on TNA, right?
They sent him to TNA.
Yeah. Okay.
And that went so fucking badly that it killed the relationship between New Japan and TNA.
Yeah, Okada he looked horrible.
Yeah,
in TNA.
Remember, he was the Green Hornet. He was Okato.
Yep.
But at the end of the day,
around with Samoa Joe's sidekick, that nonsense.
Yeah.
If you can't get the wrestler over, it doesn't matter where you send them to. They have to get over with the crowd. So sending them to different affiliates is fine and all. But if the fans don't give a shit about them, then what good is it?
And then Okada came back and became the Rainmaker, and the rest is history.
Yeah.
Yep.
So Bandito and Andrade met up. Andrade was like, "You can take a selfie. I know you want to meet somebody famous." He sunned him so bad.
Hey, Andrade has looked good since going back to AEW.
Yeah.
Yes.
Hell yeah.
And against Bandito, who's like at the top of his game, that match is gonna slap.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I'm excited for that.
So next up, they had the Brawling Birds against the Inspiration, and
oh God, I was so pissed. I'm like, why are we squashing the Inspiration?
Yeah, I heard that was a squash match. That's what I thought, man.
I was so mad.
It tripped me out. I'm like, y'all just signed with the company and they done already squashed you.
And somebody remind me real quick. The Brawling Birds is it's Ospreay's wife and
Jamie Hayter and Jamie Hayter.
Okay.
Why couldn't they get local talents to get squashed for like $90 a piece? Like it would have been so much.
Yeah.
Oh, don't worry. They had local talent. Remember that guy the Hangman killed immediately after this?
And back-to-back squashes.
Yeah, man.
Back-to-back squashes.
Bro.
I watched it. I was watching it, and I'm like, damn. The one night I decided to actually watch out of circumstance, and I'm like, we got squashes back-to-back? Huh?
And then comes the interesting part. So, Hangman out here cutting a promo, and the Don Callis family's like, hey, bro, Kevin Knight was talking that shit the other day. You said you was defend them trios titles against us anytime, anywhere. How about tonight? Mind you, Kevin Knight already lost to MJF. and they're like, all right, bruh, it'll be Mark Davis and Proto Okada against the Jet Speed Radio. So that's the main event. They straight did that's something you don't see often in AEW. That's a WWE trope right there. Where they make the main event midway through the show.
Yeah.
Yep.
Why are they called Jet Speed Radio?
I'm sorry, Jet Speed Radio.
Like,
my bad.
Oh.
My bad.
It's because it's a play on the
Jet
game.
Set Radio.
Jet Set Radio.
Oh.
Yeah.
It's Jet Speed Rodeo. My bad. Good catch on that.
I was like, wait a minute. Where does radio come in?
Better than the name Mike Bailey came with. He was like, bro, let's be called Horsecock. Excuse me?
I was like, hey, yo, that's
He said that shit on live television, dog.
Oh my God.
Wow.
Hey, no faction name is ever going to be better than the Wolf Dogs.
That was terrible. I'm sorry. That was terrible.
I feel bad.
With Wolf Dogs.
That. So, Young Bucks and FTR, they have a sit-down meeting. They talk they shit. It's going to be a good match, but again, I don't care.
I don't give a shit about this match at all, bro.
John Moxley's in another Eliminator match. This time he beats Hechicero. Again, great match. I just don't give a fuck.
No.
Yep.
But what interested me was what came next. So Brody King's in the ring. He calls out Swerve Strickland. Prince Nana and Swerve come out. Swerve ends up choking Brody with his chain. So that's gonna be a good match at Revolution.
Yeah.
They did y'all see earlier this week? I think it was after that Brody King segment that Aleister Black, he did an interview. I don't remember who it was with, but he said that he knew that Brody King would be elevated like after he got separated from him with the whole House of Black thing.
I don't know why Tony Khan refused to do anything with Malachi as singles.
I don't either. It's criminal.
He kept him stuck in tag. It was strange.
Tags and trios.
So strange.
I don't get it.
Aleister, he said that he's seen what Brody King can do. That's why he even wanted to start the House of Black. And then he said that somewhere during his time in AEW, he felt that they weren't going to do anything with Brody as long as they were attached to each other.
Ah,
wow.
So that probably weighed into why he left also.
Yeah.
I'm still not convinced they're gonna do anything big with Brody, honestly. And I'm a big fan of Brody. I don't think Tony's gonna pull the trigger on that.
Yeah. So next up, they got the women's title match: Tekla against Thunder Rosa. Again, don't know how Thunder earned a title match when she only won one match since coming back from her injury.
Right.
It's just filler.
The match was good. The aftermath was fucking weird because they got the Julia Hart and them. They come out, and then Chris Statlander comes out, and in Unk's words, sporting her nice, great outfit of what the fuck you got on.
Wow.
They Tekla seems to be getting a whole lot of shine since winning the women's championship.
Yeah, I've been noticing
I've
that.
been going heavy with Tekla.
She's it's fresh, It's something fresh of her to do. So I'm with it. So the rematch is set for Revolution. It's gonna be 2 out of 3 falls.
Thunder Rosa and Tekla?
Mm-hmm. No, Chris Statlander and Tekla.
Oh, Statlander and Tekla. Okay.
Yeah. So, we're continuing with Jack Perry in the Demand. Ugh. Tommaso Ciampa cuts a promo. FTR came out. They talked a little bit of shit, and now it's set for they set up Ciampa versus Dax Harwood on Collision. Tony Storm and Orange Cassidy backstage. I don't really give a fuck. And then we got the main event. So the main event's the trios titles on the line. It's Jet Set Rodeo defending against Okada, Kyle Fletcher, and Mark Davis. I'm like, Aussie Open are back together.
Yeah.
Another great match. Kevin Knight took the fall, and Okada and the Don Callis family now have the trios championships.
Bro, got
Fletcher and Okada are both double champions now.
Are they still building that story between Death Riders and Don Callis family?
Yeah, they're still doing it.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think some people don't like that Kevin Knight lost 2 matches on Dynamite.
I didn't like taking 2.
I didn't either. I didn't like that.
I will argue
I feel like them giving the Don Callis family the trios titles means they don't care about the trios titles.
They didn't care about the trios titles when they made the trios titles.
Exactly.
No.
Yeah.
The first time they made them belts, they put them on Kenny and the Bucks.
And you know what? I don't care about those belts either. To being honest,
Nobody gives.
You're gonna put them on the dudes
they're
in charge of the
championships.
company.
They're a prop that are just there to advance other storylines between singles and tag competitors.
Yep.
So.
Yeah.
Because they have so many trios matches on TV anyway, might as well have a belt, but we don't have an actual division for it. So
It's so goofy.
the reason I'm gonna argue Kevin Knight's presentation on Wednesday is because they put time and shine on him. He challenged for the world title.
Yeah.
He suffered an injury there. That injury played into him losing the main event, which protects him because it gives him an excuse for losing, you know, in the main event and everything. They're still high on Kevin Knight. It's just a matter of what they do in the follow. They gave him a lot of
It
shine.
makes sense. He did just sign him.
do you trust them with the follow up though?
Do I trust them? I don't trust a lot of them. But
That's the problem, man.
Joe, you don't trust TK with anything.
No, let's be real.
But given what they did,
Do you blame him though?
and MJF cost them the titles anyway, so you knew Hangman was not going to make it to Revolution with those championships. I mean, if they put it on the Don Callis family, you know, I don't like that you put it on two guys who already have championships. Like, bro, there's like 12 other dudes running around with no belts in there. But
Right.
then again, that wouldn't have made sense either. So it is what it is.
I keep telling y'all, stop applying regular wrestling logic to AEW.
Hey, it's
It
hard, man.
does
No,
not
you're not
compute.
wrong, though. I mean,
It does not fit. It does not. That's why I try to watch them every now and again. And it's not that I don't know what's going on. I will go back and look at because I have old episodes. I can go back and look at last week's or weeks before and see what the hell is going on before I go and try to tune into this latest episode. And I'll be like, this don't make no sense. You know what? I'm applying
always
logic.
asking
Let me go
why.
sit my ass down and stop doing that. This ain't for me.
So,
Every time.
I just finished Collision.
I don't know how you finish Collision. I don't know how you watch an episode of that shit. God bless you.
It was bad. I wanted to watch because they had FTR on the Rascals. And
Yeah,
it was good. It was a good match, but you knew the Rascals weren't winning. FTR's got a title match against the Young Bucks.
You were doing
exactly.
God work. You really were.
Anthony Bowens wants to be in the ops.
Oh God, here we go.
Yeah,
No. Y'all been telling me to be behind Bowens for years. Why can't y'all be behind Bowens? Keep that same energy for Bowens that y'all been trying to
This
throw on
shit
me
looks
for
so
3
cringe.
years now. No,
I knew this shit was
No.
coming. Damn it.
no.
Bro,
Y'all
you
been
put it
wanting
last
Bowens.
week.
Y'all been wanting me to back Bowens for years. Y'all was fine with him when he was scissoring people. Now y'all mad because he trying to be a thug.
Bro, hold on. It's like, but it's
No,
like
we wanted you to
it's
back.
Same energy.
What were they called? What was that group called?
the Acclaimed.
The
The
Acclaim.
Acclaim.
We wanted you to back the Acclaim, not
The
Anthony
Acclaim
Bowens
were-
as a
Yeah.
singles artist.
Okay.
Exactly.
They
Not
were not.
Anthony Bowens trying to be the Aston Theory of
So
AEW.
that's a theory, bro.
Hey, Bowens
Did you
over
see the
Theory.
segment, Bryce?
Easily.
Bro, Owens is so cringe in this segment. Like,
Bowens
I
over
watched
Theory.
the clip this morning.
I watched that clip this morning.
Me too.
Man.
Oh, yeah, but
Man.
you're a killer? Like, shut up. You're not no damn killer. Get the fuck out.
But as
First
soon as
of
I
all,
finished that
the-
clip, the
the-
first thing
the-
I said about Bryce was, no. You keep that energy. You keep
Man.
that same energy. Y'all
Look,
been
I
wanting me
wanna
to
see
back this
Anthony
man for
Bowens
years.
doing
Why
more
can't y'all
things.
back him now?
This is
Keep
not
that
one of them.
same energy.
He's gonna
Well,
end up.
if he
He's gonna
goes
end up
the
in the
ops,
ops,
I'm
isn't
sorry.
he?
Hey,
So he's
look,
lost.
I said last week he should be looking for free agency.
He should.
Fact.
He'd be perfect in TNA.
Like this
He
shit
be a
right
star
here
in
is an
TNA.
example of why.
Hell yeah.
I don't know.
So-
Would he fit in TNA? Y'all think?
I think you
I feel like he would.
I feel like
Trade
y'all
the
trying to
Guild's
say
done
that TNA
wonders
dude
for
was
himself.
soft.
He could mix it up with that X Division for a little minute.
Yeah.
I feel like y'all trying to say TNA dudes are soft because y'all said he could fit in there.
No, it's not that.
Oh God,
The way
no.
TNA
Y'all trying to say ain't no thugs in TNA.
No,
That's what
it's
y'all
just not Santana in TNA. Look, it's presentation. Mike Santana is an example of somebody who AEW didn't do a whole lot with, and now TNA has made into a major star.
Yeah.
Facts.
We're trying to save Bowens here. Like, this,
Yeah.
Like
I
Bowens
don't
is a
see
guy
why-
I feel has potential. He's not going to see it on a bloated roster like AEW. He needs some place where he can stand out, maybe be a big fish in a small pond.
Yeah.
I think TNA would be an appropriate platform for him to do that.
I don't
Yeah,
care if he
him
jumped
and
from
Max
Fred Astaire at
Caster,
this
actually.
so
And why is
Hey,
Matt
no, leave him where he at too.
Matt
No,
Caster can rap. That's
no,
about it.
no,
I got nothing for him.
no.
What,
Cut
you
that out.
don't want to see the acclaimed in TNA, Remy?
Hell no.
You love
All
the
Max
Acclaimed,
Caster
boys. I'm
has,
like,
he's got
you got
strong
a
legs.
home
That's it.
sickness and everything that
Yeah,
you
just like you love Orange Cassidy.
Shots fired.
bro.
Shots fired.
That's not
So,
Just like every time you see a carton of orange juice, you see a dude wearing jeans to the ring with his hands in his pockets.
so
I want to
next
kick
up,
any man in the street that's hands in their pockets. I swear to
next
God.
up, we got Daniel Garcia against Tommaso Ciampa.
Here we go. Here we go.
And but
Copy and paste on him.
because I watched this, how the fuck did Daniel Garcia win this match? Oh god.
Wait, he won the match?
Yes.
Oh,
Yes.
Yeah, that's why Ciampa turned heel.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Oh, that guy. I didn't see the match itself. I just saw the heel turn itself. Ugh.
Yeah. That's why I said ugh when he started
Mark
this
Briscoe
segment.
was out ringside. Garcia threw him into Ciampa into Briscoe and then rolled him up. And Ciampa crashed out, blamed Briscoe, and then he joined, and then he pretty much FTR, approved of it.
That's
So
why
I
we
guess
got the
they're doing
FTR
something
2.0
Ciampa
split.
FTR. Then next up, you got Swerve. Swerve Strickland did Gravity dirty. He did Bandito brother hella dirty, bro. He rips up part of his mask, hits him with a swerve stomp, and then a house call. Like,
Damn.
dog. That's nasty work.
Do he owe him
Swerve
money?
is officially a heel again now, right?
Yeah, he's a heel.
Yeah, he's a heel again.
Did he owe my man some money?
He did. Fuck.
No, that
Where
damn.
was a terrible face anyway? Keep him heel.
I mean,
He
I
was
wouldn't say
okay.
terrible. Just
I don't
He's
like him
better.
as a
He's
face.
better as a heel, but
I
he was
like him
decent as a
better.
face.
Statlander and Tekla, they're having a 2 out of 3 falls match at Revolution. John Moxley had an interview with Renee Paquette. Then comes the $200,000 4-way tag team match.
Money matches,
still
baby.
understand
Oh, they're back.
Outrunners, LFI, the
still don't
Swole,
understand these money
Private
matches.
Party.
No, poor Private Party, man. They don't need to be in that shit.
They're more like
I
after
mean, at least they
party.
won the money.
Man.
They could.
So Jet Speed is ready to refocus. Swerve talking some shit to Kevin Knight. Swerve might get Kevin Knight to turn heel. He might. He said if he wants to compete, he told Knight, if you want to compete amongst killers, you got to be a killer.
No.
You think Swerve might be making a new faction?
Interesting. Who else would you put in
I'm
the
kind of
faction?
feeling that, honestly. I'm feeling it.
Who else
I
would you put in the faction?
Ooh,
If y'all say
Who else
Bonds,
in
I'm
the faction?
riding.
Yeah. If Kevin Knight's going to be in there,
Definitely
it
Kevin.
will require him to turn on Mike Bailey.
If Swerve is going back to this old like monster heel version of himself, I wonder how long it is before we see him and Hangman again.
Oh, him and Hangman
Oh,
is
man.
coming.
It's
coming
coming for sure,
I
right?
think Swerve is going to cost Hangman the title at Revolution.
I
Okay.
can see that.
And
What
it's
else?
going to unlock a whole
What kind of?
new
I
level
wonder.
of clash.
They're gonna have to have another stipulation match, and
But they've done it
Yeah.
every to each other already. That's the problem.
Hey,
I
this is
still
AEW.
think
You
it's
can
gonna have
always
to be.
understand.
It's gonna have to be an AEW version of like a Hell in a Cell or something.
That's what I was just thinking. Actually,
It needs to be
It's
like
gotta
a
be.
wire, like a
Blood
barbed
and
wire
guts.
match or something.
Blood and guts, the singles.
Knowing
version.
them, they'll call it Heck in a Barn or something. Whatever.
Yeah, I don't know what they would call it.
Bullshit.
I was thinking
Yeah.
Rage in the Cage, but Rage in the Cage, I feel, has been a cage match before in professional wrestling.
With the exploding ring, did they bring that back? Hope it goes well.
But can we
done-
not?
Oh
No
no!
more exploding matches.
God no!
Remember the last time they did that?
Yeah, I sure do. That's why I'm like, no, don't bring that shit back.
Did you get it right
Leave
this
that
time?
where
I
it
will
is.
never forget. I was watching that at work. I was going to show my coworkers this ring blowing up, and then it just went
Yeah.
up.
It didn't.
How many
Yeah.
how many matches have Swerve and Hangman had against each other? Is it
They've
three?
it's like
had
three.
4.
Four?
Is it 4 or 3?
They've had 4. It's 2 Swerve, 1 Hangman, and 1 they have a draw.
And they
Oh,
so
okay.
they've only had one normal one-on-one. Everything else was a
Mhm.
stipulation.
It was a number 1 contenders match against Joe, but they went the time limit.
Oh yeah, that's right.
And I know
that was on Dynamite.
they've had a cage match, right?
They had the
first match was at
and then a regular match.
2023. Swerve won that, and then they had the Texas Death match at Full Gear.
Swerve won that too.
And then they had the number one contenders match the following February on Dynamite, and it went to a draw. And then they had the Lights Out match at All Out, and Hangman won that.
Okay.
So it's been about a year and a half since they faced off. I think
I'm pretty sure they're going to circle back.
Heel turn. But
and there's really no avoiding it, because I still stand firm in believing that that's the best storyline that AEW has had to date, is Swerve and Hangman.
Well, I think it's flawed. I do agree with that, though.
Yeah, I agree.
that
it's been going on for years, and it's still like almost every time you see them interact with each other, you want to see what's going to happen next.
And it affects it affects business.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So they had Megan Bain and Lena Cross tried to jump the Babes of Wrath backstage. They was finna put Harley through a table, but Willow saved her. So they showed that vignette, and then they had a match where Megan and Lena fought the Toni Storm and Mina Shirakawa.
Mm.
So weird to do those two segments back to back, but
I was gonna ask, but why?
Are we getting is Toni Storm and Marina Shafir, is that happening at Revolution?
Yes, it is. Everyone's banned from ringside.
Okay.
Which brings me to the next point and everything. So what was it? So Megan and Lena Cross beat them. What Marina Shafir ran interference, so she took out Tony. That's going to set their matchup. Mark Briscoe, he's never one to not have some shit to say, so he challenged FTR and Ciampa to a match against him and Dim Bucks.
Oh god, I saw that graphic.
Oh, that's so much fun.
Oh lordy.
The dog in a trios match. It was a squash. Toni Storm called out Marina Shafir. They showed Persephone winning the CMLL Women's World Title from Mercedes Moné. So
that was big on social media this week.
Yeah.
Yo, my question is, why is Moné losing the bigger belts first and then the smaller belts? Shouldn't it be the opposite?
It should have been the opposite.
She's losing the other belts because she lost the bigger belts.
She should have lost every other championship and then lost the TBS title.
Yeah, I agree. Exactly.
But
is it,
I don't make the decisions. I just talk about it.
Was it a major event?
They had Konosuke Takeshita, who I did not know is now New Japan's World Television Champion.
Who is?
Again, I don't understand why companies like New Japan and Ring of Honor have TV titles when they don't have regular TV. But
wait, who's the TV champion?
Takeshita.
Oh, okay.
Oh, he won New Japan's TV title.
I didn't know they had a TV title.
Yeah, never.
How long have they had a TV title?
About 3 years now.
Really?
Zack Sabre Jr. was the first champion at Wrestle Kingdom.
Apparently, it wasn't that important.
I did not know that they had a TV title.
Yeah,
CW did the TV title right.
Yeah,
they did.
They did it. It was perfect.
It is what it is. So Takeshita beats Claudio. It was a banger match. John Moxley and him brawled to close the show. Is what it is.
Mm.
So they let me check up the lineup for Revolution. So they motherfucker, this is not why I'm here.
I already know for sure that I am gonna watch Revolution.
Yeah,
I always enjoy the AEW pay-per-views. I always do.
I haven't ordered a pay-per-view in almost a year now, but I think it's time for me to order one.
So
I mean, Pirate Gang over here.
This is the current lineup for Revolution. You got MJF and Hangman Adam Page, Texas Deathmatch for the AEW World Championship. You got Tekla and Chris Statlander, 2 out of 3 falls for the Women's World Championship. FTR and the Young Bucks for the Tag Team Championship. John Moxley versus Konosuke Takeshita, Continental Championship, no time limit. You got the Don Callis family defending the Trios Championships against Mystico and Jet Speed. Bandito versus Andrade. Swerve Strickland versus Brody King. Timeless Tony Storm against Marina Shafir. Everyone is banned from ringside. About fucking time.
Yeah, about time.
Joe, this one is just for you. A 21-man blackjack battle royale for the AEW National Championship.
Great.
Ricochet is defending his belt in a battle royale on pay-per-view.
Jesus Christ.
Wow. I had to hit the Flavor Flav wow for that one, because why?
That's my piss break right there with them long-ass pay-per-views, too. That's perfect.
What time do they have it starting?
That's the main card, bro. You know they're gonna shove like 4 more matches onto the pre-show.
Wait, is that all the main card? Or is some of that in the pre-show, too? Because that's a long-ass card.
Yeah, so it's gonna be a thing.
Yeah, it's gonna be a long night.
Yeah, I was trying
Takeshita and Mox with no time limit. That means it's probably going to be long.
Oh, Takeshita is winning. Yeah. Takeshita is winning that title. We're getting that unified belt back. Takeshia's going to beat Mox for the title. That's going to set up Takeshita and Okada in probably like 4 or 5 months.
Probably.
That's in time for All In, right?
Yeah, it's going to be All In.
And I wonder if Ospreay comes back at Revolution.
Possible. If not Revolution
or something, maybe.
Because whatever the finals are for the Owen Cup, if All In is in August, the finals for the Owen Cup are probably going to be in June. Probably Forbidden Door. If I'm not sure if they're doing Forbidden Door. Let me go check their schedule.
God, I hope not. They need to. I agree with you, Joe. What you've always said about Forbidden Door. They need to. That concept.
Scrap that pay-per-view.
Yeah.
Has been dead for.
Yeah, I agree with both you and T. That shit needs to be dead.
Okay, so no, they haven't. They don't have Forbidden Door on the schedule. They got Double or Nothing on May 24th in Queens, and then they got All In on August 30th.
So there's
Forbidden Door would be hard to run.
If there is, it has
New
not
Japan
been
is in such a.
I hope they don't have it.
New Japan is in such a weak state right now because they're trying to rebuild. It'd be hard to run a Forbidden Door pay-per-view.
Yeah,
it's gonna be
especially because most of the New Japan stars that were like big stars are already in AEW.
Yeah,
they that's been the case for years now. I thought they stopped doing it after 2024.
Like, what's the reason to stay in Japan though? If Tony Khan's throwing money at you, are you gonna stay in Japan?
The door is not forbidden anymore. Guys cross over to companies all the fucking time. Even WWE does it now.
Yep.
Right.
So
if it was once every 5 years or so, okay. But every year is.
It was a novel concept when it first was introduced, and the problem with the first one is so many of their top stars were hurt. You know, Kenny Omega was hurt. Kota Ibushi was hurt. CM Punk got hurt right before the fucking pay-per-view. They were going to do Punk versus Tanahashi, bro.
Yep.
I would have liked to see that.
I did too, man. I was hyped for that.
So, you know, we still got Ospreay and Cassidy, which slapped. But yeah, so that's that. So does anybody want to talk about TNA?
I saw some of the show this week.
I will.
Yeah, I saw a good
the
chunk of the show.
The main event was Leon Slater against Nick Nemeth for the X Division champion.
That was a great main event.
That was so good.
Stay around for that at least.
I did watch that. That was great.
That shit was good. That shit was very good.
I thought Impact overall was a pretty good show this week.
They're getting their mojo. They're getting their mojo. Production. There's still some production issues. Like there was something going on with the microphone. I can't remember whose promo it was.
It was who was G? Oh, Gia was interviewing the Nemeth brothers. Yeah, that's what it was.
Yeah, and we couldn't hear what they were saying at first.
Yeah,
going in and out. I could tell that, and I was like, "Damn, Joe be on their ass about these
it's awful production. I can't. You have to understand. I live in New York City, and there's production all around me every day. So of course I'm going to be on their ass about this shit.
Yeah,
the sound is terrible.
Yeah, Ariana Santino's daughter slipped past Jody Threat to retain the Knockouts World title. I do not give a fuck about anything going from with the Elegance brand.
Nope.
Hey, I love their theme music
this week
though.
They had ODB basically embarrassed it, and I'm like, damn. ODB is still around.
Yeah, she brought her back.
She don't look like she aged.
No. She be doing her food truck shit up here. I know she's from Minnesota. She does her food truck stuff up here.
Oh, does she?
Yeah, she's real big. Yeah. She's real big into that food truck stuff now.
They had a 4-way number one contenders match for the tag titles. I do remember that because the System won, It had Bear Bronson pinning BDE with the reverse pile driver. So it was a good match. So you got the System against the Hardys for the tag titles. Moose called out Cedric Alexander for the street fight. Alicia Edwards is, standing by Moose's side. Alicia is Eddie's wife.
Yeah, she's gonna turn.
At some point, she's gonna turn on. When Moose is gonna run through everybody in the System, but when he gets to Eddie, Alicia's gonna side by her husband.
I can see that.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely.
Yeah,
as it should be.
Elena Black beat Mara Sade. That was a
Great match.
It was a short but entertaining match. Mara kicked out of a Canadian Destroyer, but hey.
Yo, Sade's theme song smacks, bro.
Oh yeah, that's a banger, man.
Looking at her music, her aesthetic, the black the Black Street Leader look that she got going on.
Yes, I love it.
Yeah.
When I saw her back in September with Phil when TNA was here, man, she's fucking gorgeous in person.
And then this was an interesting thing. So AJ Francis was originally scheduled to have a match against Mance Warner. For those who don't know, Mance Warner and Steph DeLander both quit TNA this past week.
Yep, they're back in GCW.
There was some issues stemming where TNA's doctors would not clear Steph DeLander to wrestle. She suffered a neck injury a couple years ago. She's paid for her neck surgeries, and WWE's doctors have cleared her, but TNA's will not. So she wants to wrestle, and they won't let her. And she was like, "Man, fuck this." And that Mance Warner, that's his wife, so he's going to stand by her. So they're gone. So that they had already announced the match on TV a couple weeks. I think it was like last week, but this week they just had AJ Francis cut a promo, and he was like, "I done already ran somebody out of TNA. I'm gonna run another motherfucker out of here."
Oh, shut up, Uncle Phil.
Hold on. You made me give credit to Kiana James. You gotta give credit to AJ Francis. He has been developing. Yes,
he has.
Do I
yes,
he's been pretty solid
anymore.
Has he learned not to try to dive over the rope?
Bro, he been moonsaulting off of ladders, bro. He was a standout at Slammiversary.
All right, fine.
Yeah. How do you feel now, Remy? How you like that now, Remy? What's up now?
I was the biggest flop dollar critic. That man has proven me wrong.
Yeah, he's good.
He's good now.
He's good now.
And his promos are much better.
His promos, he knows how to get heat.
Yes.
His match with Rich Swann at Genesis. I was at Genesis. That was a really good fucking match.
Has he stopped trying to rap?
I don't know about
that. No.
We outside.
Okay. All right.
Look, Remy finding any reason to still critique this man.
I got a list of grapes with him.
You're always gonna find a reason to hate him, man.
Yeah, just like you with Orange Cassidy.
No, not me. No, I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh, so you'll watch an Orange Cassidy match on purpose and cheer him on. Now, as soon as you lie, and we see the flash on his screen, that's the lightning that's gonna strike him down. So go ahead, tempt fate.
I will say, I feel like I was bamboozled because I was gonna watch TNA on replay, but I watched it live because I thought that I was gonna see Bang Bang Sosa on Impact.
They take that episode,
but he did it on Explosion.
Yeah, I figured he would. I mean, that's somebody you haven't had on your show before, so Explosion's probably a better way to, ease him.
Hopefully, he's on TV next week or something at least, because I was wishing he was on TV.
I think the only way to watch Explosion is through the TNA app.
Because I feel like if he joins a major promotion, they're going to make him change that music.
Yeah. That is it's an actual French rap song. Like an actual group is their song.
Okay, so
they would have to get licensing and stuff.
Good. Then as long as he signs anywhere except WWE, he should be all right.
Yeah.
Right. Otherwise, that's just getting Def Rebelled.
Yep.
And we don't want that.
Hell no.
Def Rebel version of it.
We don't.
So
I'm gonna figure out a way to watch Explosion because I've seen the crowd footage of his entrance. It is on YouTube.
It's on YouTube.
Oh, it's on YouTube.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
So I'm gonna watch it on YouTube.
I'm gonna watch
all I've seen so far is I've seen clips from the crowd of his entrance, and it looks like he got a pretty good reception.
Yeah, that's what I've been seeing too.
That were at the show, and the dude was over.
Yeah. And then a lot of people I've seen, at least within NAW, they're like, "Oh, well, we know he has a good entrance, but can he wrestle?" And I'm like, "Well, I've seen a few of his matches. He's good in the ring."
I think you're worth
I
it.
was skeptical at first when a friend of mine was telling me about him because I'm sitting here like, okay, you saw his entrance. Do you know anything about his matches? And he's like, I don't even know the guy's name. I just think he has a cool entrance. And I'm like,
no, he has a really good. If you ever get a chance to look it up, it's after Andrade went back to AEW, he actually went over to France to the promotion that Ricky primarily works for, and there's a triple threat with Ricky Sosa, Andrade, and another French black superstar called Mecca. It's so good.
Andrade
so good.
Worldwide.
Respect.
Move over, Pitbull. This is the real Mr. Worldwide.
Yeah.
Yeah. So after the X Division title match, Santana comes out. You know, he calls out Steve Macklin. Dario Ray reinstates Macklin. So now it's Macklin and Santana for the world title at Sacrifice.
Yeah.
So I'm like, okay, cool. That's gonna be a good match. What date is
this? Does
TNA
take away.
Sacrifice?
This takes away from that whole Feast or Fire thing, though.
It does.
That was my big beef with this.
Yeah, and I agree.
Feast or Fired is a dumb concept, regardless. So I don't mind.
They should just get rid of the concept at this point.
So Sacrifice is on Friday, March 27th.
Like if I was if I was a wrestler and I was in TNA, I'd probably be like, I don't want to be in that match because you're risking grabbing a briefcase and
why would you
fired.
Yeah.
It gets three people title matches. Yeah. So Explosion airs on Tuesday on YouTube and Friday on TNA Plus. So it's the day after Impact on TNA Plus, and then the following Tuesday you can watch it on YouTube.
Oh, so okay, so it should be available.
So Ricky's
this
match
Tuesday.
will probably be up on this upcoming Tuesday.
Okay. I wonder who he went against.
I don't know. We'll find out. But yeah, so that's all the news throughout the week. Has anybody got anything else?
No, I think we got it all.
Everything.
Yeah, we covered everything.
Okay, cool. All right. Wise man, you want to lead us out?
Yeah. So, all right, y'all. Appreciate everybody tuning in to episode 6 of the Bad Boys podcast. We appreciate you guys tuning in for these long episodes that we throw down. If you're following us on YouTube, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. If not already, follow your boys all over social media: Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Spotify too. Thank you. And give us a follow on Spotify if you're digging the content over there as well. Appreciate y'all as always, and appreciate you boys, fellas, for taking the time out y'all's day to talk about wrestling.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. This is your boy Be The Man with my boys from the Bad Boys podcast, signing out.